Good evening and welcome to the Beltway Boost number 2 alongside Gavin. My name is John Byram. Thank you so much for joining us here from our nation's capital here in beautiful District E, powered by Ticketmaster. Gavin, last month we were here. We had some amazing 3v3 Rocket League. Tonight
Mhm.
we're switching up a little bit. We're doing a little 2v2 action.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes from feedback. We like listening to our community here at District D. There's a lot of excitement when I can't get two of my friends to play Rocket League on any given
I
weekend.
can't get one of my friends to play Rocket League.
I think people are pretty excited. I mean, 2v2 is an exciting format of Rocket League. I play 3v3 and 2v2 casually a ton, and I'll say, the big difference is every play you make makes such a bigger impact when there's no one to watch your back. There's that, every rotation matters. There's so much more at stake with every single hit of the ball in 2v2s. I'm super excited because we have so much cool talent here tonight. And I'm really excited to see what their form is in a 2v2 format as opposed to 3v3.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of that talent. We have a lot of our local universities coming out today as well. Some of the
Yep.
players from George Mason University, James Madison University, Howard Community College is here as well with some of their players. We have a lot of players here joining us here live in person here at District E. So we're taking a live look inside the gaming space right now. The players are getting ready to go for
Yeah.
our 2v2.
A few of them even happening right now in the background. But I mean, we've got an exciting tournament. We've got a bunch of teams. Double elimination is the name of the game tonight. So when our first team, the first team to get knocked out here between Beltway Boogers and J2, will get a second chance at glory. Fight from losers bracket. There they are. J2, returning champions, Jay and Proto. So, we've been here a few times at Rocket League here at District E, and we have some recurring characters. There's a lot of excitement for each of these. Super happy to be a part of it, John.
Absolutely. And we're about ready to get underway here in our first best of three opening round action here live from District E. And we are underway. We have the Boogers on the blue side. We have J2 on the orange side. Oh, check that. Actually flipped that
Ooh,
around.
actually, amazing carry there. That was I actually thought that would end up being on goal, but Beltway Boogers, good defense. All right.
The
So
JM
far, no
teaming up
one's.
with Proto. Proto, the high school player that
Yep.
we saw back last month, made a really big name for himself as well. In fact, you and I both thought he was one of the collegiate players. He played so well.
Whoa, speaking of good play,
Beautiful play.
Jay with the fast scoop, just getting barely over that Beltway player. The demo helps for sure. But yeah, I mean, right there, it's such a. If there were any. Us being able to see there's no boost, you can kind of see how that play gets drawn up, right? Very, very hard to defend that specific angle with no boost.
Yeah, we mentioned a little bit about it, being different from 3v3. Obviously, you're not going to have that one player that's always going to be back on defense. Every position, every communication that you have is going to be super critical because if you both push up, it pretty much leaves you vulnerable on the back end on your defensive side. So you have to have that boost management. You got to figure out how much you're going to use, when you can go pick more up, if you're going to try to boost starve the other team, when and where you're going to do it. Positioning is going to be absolutely crucial here in 2v2. And we see Proto scoring once again for the blue side. They're taking an early 2-0 lead.
2-0 lead, one of the most dangerous ones in football. But, it took a full minute. Still a lot of game left to go. If Beltway Boogers are going to have a decent amount of time to figure out this game, they'll have another game after this. But, you want to make the most out of these 4 minutes, kind of maybe staunch the bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about a best of three series is if one game does get out of hand, you just use it for information, right? You try to figure out, okay, what do we need to work on going into game two?
Ooh, that's an early. Okay, that was an early air contest. I mean, that was super risky. Oh man,
it's always dangerous playing the ball back towards your own goal like that, but he knew exactly where the ball was going. Side shot and in Proto, making it look easy. Makes it 3-0 for J-Tone.
And I was gonna say, like, as that sequence started, we saw Kiz kind of make that that large air contest lead. That's super dangerous just in general, but also in twos. Like, if you miss, it's a big goal, right?
Yeah.
Kickoff goes the way of J2. And you can see, like, Gizmois here is playing pretty well in the air. That was another really good air contest. So, I mean, that's kind of one of those things where you see in higher level Rocket League where your individual skill is great, but those macro plays like that amazing drop center right in front of the goal, that's what makes a difference.
Just look at this play from Proto. Perfectly
They're
positioned in
needed.
front of the ball, drops it straight down, finds Jay, bottom left corner. That's communication, that is practice, that is skill, that is absolutely beautiful for both these players.
Play. That makes it another 2 goals in another minute for J2. Yeah, you know, I mean, as you were saying, John, the goal here is find the info. Yep, there we go. Tap it to the top bar. Drop is a little off, but, you know, we got to take the shots as we can get them. Ooh, okay, yeah. So Jay played the demo on the side. Proto dribbles it in. Uncontested 5-0 for J2, and they are showing why they are returning champions here at Beltway Boost.
That's tough. You're going back and play defense, and it feels like you're on 495. You just get demoed from behind. It's bad. It's bad. There's nothing you can do about that, especially in twos. You're just left out to dry. I mean, look, that's a heads-up play from Jato. It's Proto scoring again, making it 6-0. But I mean, you know, pretty much at this point, if you are the Beltway Boogers, you are taking a look at ways you can change this going forward, right? We're about at the halfway mark here of game number 1. It's gotten out of hand a little bit. You really haven't had control of the ball. You haven't really had too many shots on target. You're going up against a high-skill team. This is the time where you start to sit back.
Arguably one of our highest-skill teams, right?
And kind of like just take a look to see what changes you need to make going into round number.
You know, you have game 2, but not only that, this is a double win bracket. You have a loser's bracket run to go to, right? So, you know, use this chance, like hone your skills, look forward to like the quality of teams you're going to be playing in this tournament, and kind of like just map it out in your head. How do we stop this? What went wrong? Like, ooh, okay, that was actually a pretty heads up play from Kiz to kind of chase back what was supposed to, I assume, be like a tap against the backboard again. Just play it off of your back post, but
I mean, really, this just goes to Proto there. Set it up beautifully for the
yeah.
Well, there goes the shutout. 6-1 your score here as we are approaching that 2-minute mark here in game 1 of this best of 3.
Gets a little bit too under the ball here. It's going to give a possession to Pro right on goal. Bullet into the back of the net.
Midfield snipe. I mean, again, it's twos, right? If you're over rotating, if you're you know, one-sided on this map a little too much, you're not spread out properly, shots from midfield are going to be dropping.
No one's going to be accidentally in position like what happens in threes, right? All goes to Jay. Starts to air dribble. That will be on goal from the top. Proto tries to redirect it a little bit, or at least keep possession. We're going to play it back into the corner for J2. Gizmois trying to act like the backboard, find possession, but Proto runs it up the wall. Gizmois tries to play in air, doesn't get it, but J2 not able to get the full carry to the goal. Here comes Jay again, going to drop it, bounce it off the wall. Proto not quite there, but does get to the wall to begin the next air dribble. It's the top bar. Jay's got a clear shot.
Follow-up was there, just off target to the left there.
But notice how basically, I mean, it's a game of possession right now, right? Like every single ball pass and rebound and all of the possession is going to J2 here. They've owned the ball, the lightest of touches for Beltway Boogers, but they, you know, it's definitely not just a game of pass it to each other and the ball eventually gets in. There's like real possession happening, right?
And also with Jato, like they're not afraid of bringing the ball back to their defensive end and kind of resetting. Yeah. They're going to hit that full boost in the corner. They're going to get back up to 100% in their meter, and then they're going to go on the attack and they're going to try to make something happen. They're very good in the area, they're very good on the ground, and they're very good communicating with one another.
They're just happy to have the ball no matter where it is on the pitch. And as you know, they're showing now. I mean, Proto's had this dribble going on. He's doing laps on the pitch right now. Pass back to Jay. Ooh, but friends to assist the pass from Beltway Boogers. Proto gets his corner clear. And we are going to find ourselves pretty terrifying game 2 situation for the Beltway Boogers on their winners bracket side life here.
Yeah, this is a very tough opening round matchup.
Yeah.
You're going up against the defending champs. You're going up against, I believe, if I'm reading these stats correctly, at least Jato's a three-time Virginia high school champion.
I think that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
mean,
kid knows what he's doing.
has the
Let's be real.
pedigree, has the
Yeah,
medals, has the awards.
yeah. So I mean, this is just an overall tough matchup, right? Uh, look, you got creamed in game one. You got to bounce back, find a way to bounce back here in game two. You know what their bread and butter is. They're going to go to the air. You need to stop them in the air. How?
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
clash kickoff will always lead to the team who, yeah. So I mean, that's my favorite type of kickoff, where you as the back kickoff player are there to just be ready for any like stalled ball like that. Great awareness from Chato. And this side air game, I mean, that is the big thing that Beltway Boogers need to figure out. That's what they need to figure out how to stop Proto from either getting possession or just performing the best they can to.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Yeah, he set it up perfectly. He knew exactly what he was doing on the sidewall, set it up perfectly to play the bounce off the backboard, angled it, followed the ball exactly where it needed to go. I mean, that's textbook. That's textbook.
we saw Kismoy's live here earlier in game one go for more aerial clashes, more aerial contests. I mean, I think you just need more of that. You need to stop the ball before it even has a chance to like start a trajectory into your goal from this wall position that Proto keeps on taking, as we see right there. See, much better outcome for Beltway Boogers. Now they just need to figure out how to get the rebound after that, and that's a good start. Oh, Chihuahua whiffs the ball. That was a pretty good opportunity to get early possession, but Kismoy's does have it. Oh, wow. So Jay does a perfect rebound there, follows into the goal. Okay. Safe clear for J2, but that was the best looking possession from Beltway Boogers yet. Ooh, Kiz misses the air, but a little off arc.
I think the one thing we're really seeing here is,
Ooh, okay.
you know, the one thing we're really seeing here is we're seeing a team that is very comfortable in the air versus a team that's not afraid to go to the air, but maybe they're not as confident when they get airborne. And that's tough, right? Because it's all about positioning, it's all about angles, trying to read where the player is going to go with the ball. And we've seen Beltway Boogers make very solid plays in the air, make some big saves, get some good shots off and everything else too. But at the end of the day, you know, Jato's just on a different level when it comes to their comfortness in the air. That's easy. Their ability to play this game on the aerial side of this game is very, very impressive.
At the end of the day, you need an answer to that shot. And Beltway Boogers getting slightly better at it, getting slightly better at holding onto these possessions, meeting the ball in the air instead of kind of depending on their own reaction in front of the goal. I mean, this is a much better than game one. Yeah, there we go. So it's off the top of the car, hits the goalpost. Much, much better defense for Beltway Boogers this time around. And I mean, we're talking about possession and the willingness to play the ball back on your side of the pitch, pass it back. But I mean, at some point that actually might start backfiring on you. Chihuahua needs to figure out how to rotate and get boost here to make this play a real thing, because right now, Kismoy's is kind of stranded. Both players are kind of stranded without full boost here. Hits the sidebar. Jay's able to rebound it off of the bar. Scores the third goal of game two.
And that's just a good follow-up, knowing that you didn't get enough on it to get it on goal. You hit the post, but you put yourself in a position for the follow-up.
Complete trusting zone shot. Yeah. Just about every kickoff has gone the way of J2. So far, slightly off goal there. Game will still give credit. Ooh, good possession steal. A little too hard. His top bar. Okay, that was unfortunate. You know, you get the rebound, you take the shot on goal, try your best, but sometimes it just kind of goes in uncontested. Gizmo's kind of got stuck on the goalpost there, a little off footing. But I mean, if I'm Beltway Boogers, I'm thinking, okay, that team that looked unbeatable game one, much smaller, much smaller score gap this time around, and I feel like I'm pretty excited to get into this losers bracket and see how far we can get.
Yeah, I think a lower bracket run here would be possible. Obviously, we need to see the other teams that we have currently here. Again, tons of talent here in the DMV when it comes to Rocket League on display here tonight, not just from our local universities, but also from the community as well. So it'll be very interesting to see this Proto with a
Ooh.
beautiful, beautiful save right on goal. He made it look fancy
And
too.
even
Now
more
he's going to
important
attack.
was Jay like being on the side and clear out in front of the box. Um, Always going to stop the ball, but then you have to clear it afterwards. So ball's going to start the aerial. This is on goal. Okay, Gizmo's there to catch it. Gets to follow, gets to center. Jay just had enough boost to barely get off the wall to stop that. Jay about to approach with full boost here. Chihuahua there to meet him, but on the side, not in front of the goal. And that's so hard to contest as we see the 5th goal from Jay and Proto.
And they even slowed this down. That little flip there to Proto in the middle could have been a lot faster. Instead, he rotated his car, slowed the ball down to let the defender go flying by for that wide open shot. I mean, again, that's just knowing where your teammate's going to be and reading the defense that they're giving you.
Proto pass back to Jay. Jay double bounce off the center, off the corner rather. Oh, and that we haven't really talked about it much, but that's some. Oh, Jay accidentally stole from Proto there, or we're just trying to dribble it back for a bit, play the timer a little bit. But there's been a lot of double commits from Beltway Boogers, especially on these defensive goal saves. I know the logic is obviously like, we both go for the save to make sure we get the save. But at the end of the day, with a team as good as J2, there will always be a second car behind the first shot. So you have to really trust your teammate or make that call. I'll save the first one. Please be there for the second one or be there for the clear. And that's another reason you're seeing a lot of these goals go through for J2 is because we're seeing like we have to double commit to stop the ball, but we're never ready for the second shot.
Yeah, it's always hard to plan for the follow up. I mean, really, with when you struggle to have this kind of possession, you always have to like bank on the long range shot, hoping that the other team overcommits you, and make them pay for it. But then you have issues like this, right, where you commit and they have full boost. You're probably off on the sides trying to refill your meter, and they're just going to take it right back and do a nice little bounce pass into the back of the net to make it 6-1 for the final faceoff here. It's just tough. Beltway Boogers are going to drop down to the lower bracket. They're going to have a second chance here in this tournament. But it's a tough way to start uh, this tournament. But on the other side, J2 was pretty much putting down the gauntlet, saying, "Hey, look, we're defending champs. We were here last month. We ran this table.
Yep.
Like this Beltway boost belongs to us. If you want to win, you're going through us, and we're going to set the tone." And that's exactly what they did. It was a very, very impressive performance from Jato here to start off the tournament.
Right off the bat on stream on the main stage, you're telling all of District D this is the bar. This is a championship team. You have to stop this to have a chance of winning this tournament. So great showing by J2. We'll look forward to seeing Beltway Boogers in the lower bracket. We'll see how they do. But, I mean, J2 is not even, I mean, there's a lot of really good teams here. I'm excited to see kind of what's in store in our future winners bracket matches.
It's going to be going. Obviously, it's tough. Having two lopsided losses like that in the first round for Beltway Boogers. For me as a gamer, when I get like back to back lopsided losses, I have to change something up. I'm probably changing my Spotify playlist up. I'm switching it up. I'm trying to change my vibe. Maybe I'm taking a break, grabbing a drink, do
Yep.
something. Don't focus on what just happened. Learn from it, move on. You got to have Ted Lasso says you have to have the mind of a goldfish. You have to be able to forget. It's true in esports too. I know a lot of us struggle with it, especially you League of Legends players. I'm not calling anyone out. We tend to struggle with putting games behind us, and we carry some of that energy into the next game.
Yep.
You can't do that, especially
You
when
have to
there's
take
money on the line
positives.
here.
And especially
Yeah.
when you're like playing when you're playing the a team that's as good as J2, you have to just take a game like that and you have to sit back and be like, okay, what can we learn from that? What can we directly take away? Like, why did we get beat? what techniques did they use? Like, how did they position themselves? What type of shots do we need to look out for from future in our future games? I mean, there was a lot to learn from in that game.
Yeah, so J2 will be moving on. It looks like they'll be playing the winner of Colossal versus Demo Daddies.
Some pretty great names in this one.
It's a pretty great name.
So I heard you had trouble with Beltway Boogers the first two times you said it, John.
Well, because I giggled.
It's pretty good names in this one.
I have I may be on the higher level of life, but my sense of humor is that of high school still. So we're all good with that one. I'll just give you some updates here as well. Keeping it PG defeats Howard Esports 2-0. Illegally Blonde, love the reference, takes down CGW 2-0 as well. That will be a winner's semifinal matchup on the upper bracket. Howard Esports will be taking on CGW in the lower bracket in the first round. Beltway Boogers will be taking on the loser of the Demo Daddies versus Colossal matchup, which it doesn't look like it's started yet. So I am going to have a hypothesis, if you will,
Okay.
that's going to be our next match. Maybe.
Could
Possibly. Could be. We don't know yet. We haven't heard the magical voice in our head as of yet, letting us know what is coming up next. But the one thing I do know is we're going to have more amazing Rocket League coming up soon.
Super excited for it, John.
All right, so I think we're going to throw it to a quick break and we'll figure out what that next match is. But that does not mean you get to go somewhere. You have to stay put. You may have to watch an ad or two. Don't go anywhere because on the other side of the break, more Beltway Blitz action. Probably Beltway Boost, not Beltway Blitz. That's a radio station thing. Beltway Boost Rocket League action here at District E on the other side of the break. Back at District E, powered by Ticketmaster, is the Beltway Boost Rocket League number 2. Second one, game number 1 in the book, game number 2 coming up. First off, that extended break brought to you by Steam Updates. Steam Updates update before you play a LAN tournament. That's always fun. Teams are on stage and ready to go.
Usual Rocket League platform shenanigans. Everyone who loves Rocket League also loves just
the random updates.
Yeah, I mean,
I just patched it yesterday. What do you mean there's another one?
It's always funny the first time you play Rocket League live in person because, like, oh, that's a lot of hoops. I mean, you're having a great time, obviously, here at District D, but you're sitting there like, I'm playing this out of the comfort of my home. Wait, you mean I have to like update things? Always rough.
Right? It's tough.
So one big feature of Beltway Boost, the last few and this one especially, are we always have a lot of collegiate players and high-level high school players. And we have Keeping It PG and Illegally Blonde here, which represent two of our local DMV-ish colleges. Keeping It PG representing JMU players, and Illegally Blonde representing GMU.
Little James Madison versus George Mason matchup here. It's always nice and fun. And look, we mentioned the team names too. Illegally Blonde, I freaking love.
I'm glad that they actually are both like
and they're actually the blonde, it's such a great reference. Absolutely. Well, we're underway here. Winner semifinal, best of 3 underway.
So Pigeon, one of the favorites, one probably the MVP individual player in our tournament to keep an eye on. Very seasoned player. Gad, also strong player on the collegiate side of the esports team. On Legally Blonde's side, Adapt recently got promoted to GMU's A team, so this is a good chance to kind of feature what you've got as college semester starts back up.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, kind of talking to the players before we went live on broadcast, these two teams have a lot of the players that we need to watch going forward.
Yep.
Right? If you follow the collegiate scene, that's one thing, but even here on the local scene, these 4 players on your screen right now may be the 4 best in the entire region. Based upon from what we've been hearing from a lot of these players. Pigeon is a name that comes up quite a bit for the skill that they have. So Pigeon definitely another name to look at also, but like we're almost, a minute and a half in to this first game. We're still 0-0, and we just witnessed the game prior to this where they were scoring 3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching carefully, there are just like so many little micro adjustments that are blowing my mind already. Like Jasnon had a good angle for a goal, but Pigeon like put his car in the way, so Jasnon couldn't curve the ball in because like Pigeon was in the way. Speaking of Jasnon, first goal of the game. That was, I mean, what we're seeing already. So Pigeon kind of got stopped there by just not having enough boost. Had to defend it from the from inside the goal. Excellent, just bottom corner shot from Jasnon. But I mean, we're seeing everything we were talking about last game, all of the adaptations you need to make to match a team like this. I mean, we're seeing so much aerial trade right there. Adapt, just trying to be there before. The goal is to not give your opponents a chance to even play the ball inside the box, and we're seeing that right away here.
And the thing is when you go up in the air, you have to be confident. You have to be confident in what you're doing. That's something that we saw some teams struggle with our last match on stream. You got to be confident when you go up. You have to fully commit. If you hesitate, that's where issues happen. Both of these teams have no problem playing this game in the air, on the ground, in between, whatever. They're confident in their play, and that's the reason why we're approaching the halfway mark here in game one, and it's only a 1-0 score.
Good demo to protect the ball right there. Legally Blonde on the attack. Ooh, good fast drop to gain position of that ball. Jasnon far back enough to make sure to catch whatever scoop dribble that turns into. Pitching aerial against his own car. And that is a fast on-goal shot. I want to say Adapt like had the right idea, but just actually, I mean, this ball tap here that lost no momentum on the ball. It was just an unfortunate route by Jasnon there. Had the right idea, kind of was focused on the boost for maybe a half second too long, and a half second ended up making a difference.
I mean, even if he got there, it would have been a goal secure.
Stalled kickoff leads to a quick goal by Pigeon. Interesting to see the replay, just look how immediately Pigeon hits the ball as soon as he sees it stalled. Like,
but that's what you said last match too, though, right? Is you have that trailing player for a reason. When that ball gets stalled, it's important to be that half a second behind because you get those easy shots.
Right, and it's a big trade-off, right? Because if you're like too close and the ball pops over you, then it's a goal. But you have to be close enough to react, right? So always fun little kickoff interactions, and I always love and appreciate the teams that are ready to get that free goal when it presents itself. Adapt there to catch it on the ground, holds the boost. Just not out of boost, so they need to figure out this rotate fast. And didn't figure out fast enough. That was a small bit of an overcommit by Illegally Blonde. That's going to lead to Gad's goal. Third of the game for our Cars in Blue. Stalled kickoff.
It was a stalled follow-up. The ball goes off to the side, but
I mean, whenever you're playing a game and you get a stalled kickoff leading to a goal, you all of a sudden become very hyper aware of the next one coming up. It's like, you can't let it happen again. Please be there. Please play the ball. Don't just make it a free kick.
Dance on the middle of the pitch play, just came up underneath, and now Gad looking to respond in the air, looks to bounce it over, and he will. Wins a 4-1, and it is.
And it's such a subtle 50-50 there, because Gad can either fall on top of the ball and make it bounce early, or he can follow. He just, right there, he just fakes it. He doesn't hit it. But, you know, in a world where Gad hit it again, Jasson is in the right place. It's very much it's an up-down, high-low mix-up in front of the box. Center ball for Pigeon.
Did they even go in?
Did he use Jasnon there? I feel like he didn't naturally bounce that in. I feel like he bounced it off of the opponent's car, maybe? No, okay, it was all against his own car. Just pinches the ball against the ground. Centered goal for Pigeon, and keeping it PG is running away with this one. We mentioned just how competitive a game it was in the first minute and a half, but I mean, it is not held as keeping it PG gets their 6th goal of game 1.
Yeah, I was about to say, we almost hit the halfway mark here with 1 goal. Now here we are with 46 seconds left, and it's 6-1. It's another lopsided game here, but I mean, think
Is it confidence? Is it you found the right pattern? You found something to adapt to? Like
Well,
what?
I think what it is illegally blonde is realizing that they're gonna have to try to take some chances to try to get back into this game.
Mhm.
Obviously, we've seen a flurry of goals here,
Take
and
your
you
chances.
get one
Yep.
back. You still have 35 seconds. Like we saw how these goals came in rapid repetition, so you're still in it. You're down by 4 with 35 seconds. I mean, it's crazy to think, but you're
But
still
you
in
know,
this game.
it's in the context of a series,
Yeah,
right? Like you need to score goals to prove to the other team you have to be careful. You can't let them like have unbound confidence for game two.
yeah.
Oh, stalled ball pitch is not gonna have boost. You can't follow it, but all ever fearful. Gad follows the ball a little bit too close to the backboard. Used a lot of boost, by the way, on that one. That best full boost. Jasnon needs to find some boost somewhere. Pass towards the middle. Adapt in the right place. Adapt playing phenomenal defense where they are. No boost. Easy demo for Pigeon. And Jasnon stuck in the middle, midfield with no boost. Let's find a way into position. Adapt there on the respawn. Got there to stop any shenanigans off the backboard.
So really, the one thing I'm noticing here in this game is both of these teams, believe it or not, contrary to the scoreline, are fairly evenly matched, right? What it comes down to is the team that gets that lead is forcing the other team to take
Mhm.
chances. And when you start taking chances, it's easier to make mistakes. Those mistakes lead to a larger deficit, right?
Yeah, it's like I said in our first game that we showed between J2 and Beltway Boogers, like even if your individual skill is close, player by player, matchup by matchup, these like more coordinated macro plays are going to start to come on top, right? Making sure the ball's in the right position for your teammate, making sure that your team is possessing the boosts, putting yourselves in the position for these for like the center drop goal we saw in the corner from Pigeon earlier. I mean, even if they're close to each other's skill, it's opening the doors for these shots, right?
Pigeon looking strike first, but no, Janson will turn it away. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. We
Bullet
talk
from
about the
at
ability
adapt.
to adapt,
Yeah.
to,
Ooh. That's all
to
good there.
adapt
I mean, adapt really did his
to,
namesake there. That
yeah.
was a bullet goal from midfield. Took the page out Pigeon's goal earlier. We saw the goal that Pigeon made on the wall, didn't lose any momentum on the ball. Adapt's like, okay, you know what? Fair. I'll just hit the ball as hard as I can at the goal,
Yeah.
and none of you are in position. That's
Oh,
another reason, by
and
the
that's
way,
the thing
that twos is what it is.
is you're adapting to that game style, right? Like
Oh, a little too close.
if
Ooh,
for
okay.
okay, I thought adapt
I
got
thought
there
there was a
because of
chance,
that.
yeah.
But the thing is like if you're struggling to get the ball close in for those high percentage shots, if you win the ball back at midfield, take the long range shot, especially if you see them out of place.
Mhm.
You know, give what the defense gives you. It's going to be something we're going to hear throughout this night. Is especially in twos, if they give you those long range shots, there's nothing bad about taking those shots. But here we are, 30 seconds into this one. It's now 2-1 with Pigeon scoring. Again, we're seeing the goals come a little bit faster this go around. Now both teams knowing what they bring to the table.
Yeah, and I think Legally Blonde has shown that they can keep up. They just need to figure out how to keep their. They need to figure their offense is starting to come online. The defense needs to match. Good kickoff for Legally Blonde, but that is going to give a possession ball to Pigeon. Kind of overshoots a little bit, and Adapt is there, hit against his own backboard. Make sure that this doesn't turn into an aerial dribble right in front of the box. Pigeon gets the ball back, zero boost. Jasnon there with full boost to meet it. Jasnon for a few seconds there was the only player with a boost on the team. Looks like everyone is now full. Pass back from Gad to Pigeon.
Oh my gosh. That's an absolute snipe.
Immediate dribble into
Absolute
a shot.
snipe. Look at this. Beats. Both defenders are there. Both defenders are there to make a play on this ball. Just not enough boost to get there, not enough boost to get the height, everything there.
I mean, it's just hard to
Absolute
react to that.
snipe.
It's
That's
hard to react to that, and your cars are facing the wrong way. They're facing your goal. Like that's like a little more processing even just then. Like they were just not prepared to defend. That was again just like a bullet pass dribble into a shot. I mean,
Still plenty of time here.
that's like a pro football dribble drill just in Rocket League version right there.
Right?
Ooh, smart from Gad. So he takes it off the corner a little early. Doesn't even give Adapt.
Oh,
Yeah.
just misplayed it.
So Adapt was like crawling up the wall on the corner here to try and catch the corner carry, and Gad's just like, I actually don't need the corner for this. I'll just drive it in. Uh, Jasnon unable to defend it, and I mean, they're running away with it a little. They're running away with it earlier in this game too.
Still playing.
This catch up. Adapt needs to find his way back into his goal, and it's a dribble to himself. Even if it's not on goal, that's not the point. The point is to beat the defender. The goal is to make them miss a shot just like that.
Because when the defender commits like that, they take themselves out if they miss.
Yep.
Like, you have all the time in the world to make any correction you need to play it off the backboard, off the side. It's exactly what Pigeon did. You knew exactly where the ball was going to go. You saw that slight adjustment off to the side, easy tackle.
And it's something we talked about with players' last Beltway boost. I mean, the second that you take that you commit to that role, you no longer have control of your car, right? But to defend and have the reaction to stop, to play defense at this level of Rocket League, you have to commit, and that commit better be the right call. Pigeon there to catch the ball, push it right in, 6-1 for keeping it PG.
I'm gonna need Pigeon to start doing do like a little pigeon dance after every goal he scores now.
We need a pop off. We need a goal. We need an end zone celebration.
We do need. I need someone to spike. Do not spike a control.
We can get a camera for that, right?
I need someone to do like a touchdown dance or something.
We can sponsor that segment,
right? Yeah, absolutely. We'll find something. This goal celebration brought to you by District Bites or something.
Submit it to SC Top 10.
Right? Absolutely.
After the ball in the corner has two defenders with full boost in his way. Terrifying. Jasnon just back enough to stop the
I don't know if you saw what Gad was doing there. He stood still on the pitch knowing the ball was going to hit him. Stop it. He just sat there and let it hit him, and then he started to move.
Yeah, I mean,
that's hysterical.
I wish that people, when they casually play this game, would understand that more, at least at my ELO, is that there's no spin on this ball. If you park your car in front of the ball, you are a backboard. It can't overpower you, right? So oftentimes the best play is just stand in front of the ball, jump once, whatever you need to do, and you have full boost to carry it after. And even at this level of play, sometimes that's the right play, because whatever keeps your boost economy better than your opponent's, it's usually the right play. Gad takes a shot. Legally blind there to defend it. They're going to have a quick counterattack here. Jasnon getting ahead of the ball. Both of them get over Gad. Pigeon's there to defend. Does get a side clear and is able to stop Jasnon from continuing possession. Gad there to catch it.
What a beautiful counter. What an absolutely beautiful counter off that strong defensive play. Pigeon going up on the side here will play directly back to Gad midfield for the long-range shot. That is perfect defense leading to a goal. Absolutely beautiful.
And such an excellent use of the space on the pitch too. You're just going to assume that your teammate's going to win this possession, and you're just there kind of just watching. It's going to eventually pop off. It's going to pop off in my direction, and I'm ready for the goal. Gad, great defense here. We're hyping up Pigeon, but Gad has had an amazing performance this tournament as well.
Oh my gosh.
Good shot from Jasnon. Unfortunately, just a little bit off. Adapt hits the backboard, doesn't just follow it up, decides to get the boost. Pigeon gets his corner boost. That's going to leave Jasnon with not many tools to play the ball in the midfield. He's going to have to retreat. Adapt, trying to interrupt Pigeon. Does so successfully. It's going to be a center ball. Gad does not try to make that. Just goes for center boost. And just really hard to dribble it on that side of the pitch as Pigeon gets the ball, plays it back to his corner. They both come into the corner. Pretty scary in a world where it's not 7-1, but...
Well, the good news here for Illegally Blonde, we said it before, we'll say it again, we'll be saying it for the rest of the tournament. Lower bracket maybe not be as scary. You already have one loss under your belt, so you can't afford to have another series loss.
You get our chance.
You get eliminated, but you can make that run. Obviously, you're probably not going to be going up against someone in the same skill set as keeping it PG.
But you have some games to kind of figure out, how to play the game that you want to play, to practice your plan, kind of sit back and think, okay, here's how we're when we meet them again in grand finals,
Yes.
this is our game plan. And I mean, as we saw at the beginning of game one, it's not like they're running away with it. It was a relatively even match until kind of keeping it PG started to enact their game plan. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see what comes out of our lower bracket. See if we can. I want to see one of these teams that we've seen on stream kind of come back and just play like better Rocket League and see what they
Oh
can
yeah.
learn from the experience in winners bracket, right?
And obviously, the land jitters are a thing,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
You were playing in person. Granted, I don't think there's anything going on at Cap One tonight, so there's not a huge crowd walking around outside. Parking was cheap, so I'm assuming there's nothing going on at Cap One tonight. So you don't have a large crowd walking outside of District E, right? You only have your live audience there. You have your other competitors,
Yeah.
but you're still on a stage. You're still being broadcast live on Twitch. They can
No,
hear
there's
us out
jitters.
there.
There's land
You
jitters.
know,
There's yeah. I mean,
it's intimidating
Rocket League's a
sometimes.
pretty comfortable game if you do
Yeah,
nothing but play it at home like I do. I mean, but that's the thing. A lot of our players are collegiate players. They're
yeah.
playing, they're playing in their facilities.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, part of some teams play better when they travel, and
This is
it
true.
shows at moments like this.
All right, let's go and give you a quick update of what we have here bracket wise. Lower bracket, we have Illegally Blonde will be taking on the winner of the Beltway Boogers and Demo Daddies. They're currently in the lower bracket round one. Currently playing Howard Esports defeated CGW 2 nothing. CGW, our first team eliminated here this evening, I should say. And they'll be taking on the loser of the Jato versus Colossal winner semifinal match. Uh, which may or may not be our next one coming up. I
Yeah,
believe
it looks like it could be.
it
So,
is.
so
Yeah.
for some extra context, that match we just watched between Keeping It PG and Legally Blonde, that was to punch the ticket into winners finals. And we next on stream will have the other side of winners semis, and that'll be J2, the team we saw earlier, first seed, returning champions against Colossal.
No, I'm not trying to look ahead here, but I think a keeping it PG versus a JTO upper bracket final would be absolutely amazing.
Or Keeping It PG against the team that beat J2 in winners side. I mean, I think this next match on stream is going to show us
Yeah. Well,
what
we'll
our
we'll see
winners
if
final is
Colossal
going
can
to
do
be.
that
I
though.
mean, it's a great story either
Yeah,
way, right? I mean, I'm pretty excited. I mean, to see the winner of that match, knowing how good J2 is,
that's true.
playing against his PG
And
team.
if it is Colossal, it'll be a good match as well. I mean, and you take a look at the quality of competitors we have in the lower bracket also. It's scary.
Yeah,
Like the lower bracket is a scary place to be,
there is a
not just
killer
because.
somewhere
Oh
buried in
yeah,
that bracket
100%.
who just had a bad goal interaction or two, and they're ready to just slaughter that lower bracket to have their second chance at redemption. But we're getting closer to lining up the teams that are going to be featured as we get closer to our winners, losers, grands.
Absolutely. So winner semifinal part two. Coming up next, we're going to toss it to a quick break while the players get loaded in on to their gaming stations up on stage here live at District E. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Beltway Boost number 2 here live from Washington, D.C.
And welcome back to Beltway Boost number 2. I'm Gavin, joined by John. We have more exciting Rocket League action coming your way. I think we're about to see our returning champions J2, Jay and Proto, play their next game against Colossal. You can see on the left side of your screen there. I mean, so far, I mean, our top talent teams have been showing why they're top talent, why they're known by name to the people in this community locally, collegiate and otherwise. I mean, we've got. I'm excited to see this match. The winner of this one will go to face Keeping It PG, who we just watched in that last game against Legally Blonde. So whoever wins this game's got a tough opponent ahead of them, but I think between these two teams, we can find the talent.
I'm looking for storylines here also, right? I'm looking to see what controllers are using. Looks like we have a little PS5 versus Xbox controller matchup as well. with Jato rocking the PlayStation 5 dual sense controllers and the Xbox on the side of Colossal. So we'll find out. Maybe we'll put the console wars to rest here tonight. Also,
Sometimes it's hard to track who the players are with whatever team name they choose for any given bracket here at Beltway Boost. But I mean, we've seen Powerful Lord and Doogie playing phenomenally at our last few tournaments. So they're definitely known names to me. That said, Proto has already scored the first goal in the opening seconds of the game. That is a very
and Jay,
awkward
oh my
kickoff.
gosh.
I got scored on right there. I'll fully admit that I did not stop that ball. Against me, I was done for. Proto steals the boost in the corner. Doogie and Powerful Lord both didn't have boost. Doogie does manage to secure the middle one, but Powerful Lord still boostless is going to have, okay, does figure out the rebound there. Proto wasn't able to put on the pressure. I think what we saw just there, yeah, okay, so Doogie also went for his own corner boost. Jay met him, but all of that to say, it I mean, I was keeping an eye on the boost situation that whole time. But Powerful Lord with no boost does an excellent center against the goal line. Doogie found that center boost, and that turned into an equalizing goal for Colossal.
There's a beautiful play there in the corner, using it to center the ball. It's probably one of my favorite plays is using that corner for that center. Like you have the battle in the corner going. Use that position, use that angle of the wall to your advantage, and get that center pass to your teammate. It's a great way to equalize this game up as we're just still in the infancy of this first round match.
And that specifics as we hold on and watch this goal from Proto. Doesn't need the corner, just needs backboard. But that centering goal is something that you see or that corner centering goal, that setup is something you see that works more in 2v2, right? Because there's almost always that third player ready to catch the ball as it travels alongside the wall. I mean, those are moments where you take the goal you can get when you outplay them in 2v2 because you only have to outplay two people instead of three. Proto, high boost is going to play against the corner. Went for the double tap, just barely missed it. Powerful Lord is going to get the clear, follows it up. Jay with full boost able to catch the landing. Everyone's kind of hauled around this corner. Might have been overextensions. Proto breaks away with it.
Oh, on the goal line! Gets it clear. What a play.
Couldn't really see the angle that where Jay was during that. Interesting to see if he only just arrived or had a chance to decide to play a bit more defensively, but so far, super competitive game as we enter our third minute in game one.
Oh, a little miscommunication there.
Oh, I think Proto had a chance there. Maybe just barely missed the ball, just barely ran out of boost. Powerful Lord, again, no boost as he's approaching this corner. Centers again.
He just wasn't in position for it.
But I mean, anytime the ball is like being centered in front of your goal, it's time, anytime it's centered against the opponent's goal, it's not centered in yours. Just take the shots. Play defense by offense. Go to full screen air juggle. Doogie there to meet it. Powerful Lord there to clear the follow up. And Powerful Lord, I mean, every time we glance at his camera, he has no boost, but he's just seems to always be at the right place at the right time. Like, this is really breaking my understanding of this game, how well Colossal's doing with so minimal boost.
Well, I mean, really, positioning is the biggest part, right? You don't need boost because you're in the right position for where the ball's going to be.
But that's what's blowing my mind is he finds himself in the correct position without needing boost to get there. It's just like very intuitive. It's just very instinctually good. Powerful Lord, a little bit too high, got stuck on the wall a bit, ended up not mattering. He carries the ball. A bit of a standoff between Doogie and Proto there. Powerful Lord needs to find a boost. It's going to be the back right corner or the center. Jay takes the center one. Doogie's going to fall back into... No, he didn't fall back into his boost. Isn't going to need
Jay
it. Good
gets
shot.
just enough touch on it.
Yeah, just slightly diverts it. Okay, Powerful Lord defending from behind. We saw a demo opportunity there. This is a demo, but I mean, the threat was enough to get Powerful Lord out of the way as it clears the ball for Jay to make this a 3-1 game.
Yeah, thought maybe the ball had too much bounce on it. Sneaks under the crossbar, makes it 3-1. Still super competitive. Buck 18 to go here on the face off the demo from
So
Powerful Lord.
that was a fake kickoff, right? That was Proto backed off the ball, let the kickoff go, so Proto would
Mm.
have a clear shot. Although speaking of
Oh,
clear
it's gonna drop
shots,
in.
yeah,
The
Proto was.
demo to goal.
I'm curious. I want to see where Proto was positionally. Okay, he played the ball a little too forward. The ball popped out, and Proto didn't even have a chance, just right over him. And 3-2. Colossal has a chance
One
to.
could say it was a colossal goal.
I mean, well, it's a 1-goal lead with 1 minute left to go. The timer matters a lot here. I mean, they have a chance to at least overtime or overtake J2, and J2 is already shown to be one of the best teams in this tournament. This would be a massive game if Colossal can find this final goal. Spike the ball down just a little off center, but he's going to give him a second chance. Yeah, they know they have to back off here. Doogie steals possession, and that turns into a goal.
Huge.
I've got to see this replay. I need to know how Doogie stole this ball because it looked like Jay was going to follow up, but ended up not. Okay, so, you know, historically, when we see that ball pop off the corner, there's just an immediate air juggle to try and get it away from midfield, but Jay just elected to not go for it, and Doogie was like, okay, fine, I'll score.
He took it, he ensured he hit that bottom right corner.
That's just like great awareness to like
Huge.
know that, or just to be in position to.
Oh, Proto. Oh, it's the
Jay
elbow
has
twice.
no boost. It's the side center, but it's a little errant.
Proto
that's such
goes
a
in
big,
with 15 seconds.
That's such a big shame here. You'll see in the replay, Powerful Lord has a chance to clear from the side, but just gets a grazing hit on the top of his hood. It falls straight back down right into the hands of Proto.
Punish the mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, to have a chance to take a game or an overtime, or at least take an overtime, one of the best teams at this tournament, returning champions, that is a tragic way to kind of put away this game one. But John, we've got a. Yeah, let me hold off for a second.
They can keep it in the air. They can.
Okay. But I mean, that was the best game yet so far today.
Oh, easily. Yeah, I mean, look, there's one thing when you fall down by multiple goals, letting that get into your head and you snowball a little bit, you take those chances. Colossal, very confident in what
They're
they
just
were
able
doing.
to walk away from this game being like, minor mistake. We can fix that.
You know, and we saw them kind of make those changes throughout the game as well. You know, Jato is the one that jumped out to the early lead very quickly in this game. And then Colossal fought their way back, making those changes, making those plays that they need to get back into the game. So really, you know, we talked about it off stream. Every game we've seen on stream, both in Beltway Boost 1 and 2 so far, has been a sweep. This has the feeling of possibly going all 3 games.
We'll see what Colossal can do to make that a reality. Right now, I mean, it's like one of the most common stories in sports, right? You see this upset start to brew, and when we get to halftime, the higher seed team starts to pull away. We'll see if that happens again here.
Proto perfectly placed that scar for it, that big save to keep it 0-0 early on.
2v1 situation here. And
post and in for Doogie, and Colossal with their first lead of the series.
Fun to watch that from Jay's point of view for the majority of that play, just kind of watching the 2v1 happen in front of him, knowing he can't get there in time. We see in the replay he had no boost at the end there. I mean, I'm a broken record, John, but boost management in 2v2,
huge,
so important. I mean, who else is going to be there to sprint after the ball if you don't have the boost to do it?
No, we really haven't talked about, you know, boost starving the other team. And in reality, that's mainly something we talked about in 3v3 quite a bit. You know, you have 2 extra cars there. A beautiful save there from Jay. You know, you have 2 extra cars on the field, but now with it only being 4 cars in total, it feels like boosts are almost at a premium. You just have to make sure you're grabbing the right boost at the right time.
Right, you know, is your route compatible with your teammates? Is there an enemy? Is there an opponent on the other team who kind of has the same rotation pattern that you do? What boosts are you contesting off of what plays? I mean, theoretically, it's a little easier to get boost, but it's so much more important if you don't have boost. Oh, for Lord, speaking of, is in front of the... Okay, yeah. So Doogie's in the back. Uses all of his boosts to clear the ball there. Gonna play a time to get some back. Jay's gonna get the corner right there. 1v1 trade goes in the favor of Colossal. Hard for either team to get full possession here. Oh, that was so okay. So Doogie's gonna be able to clear this. Powerful Lord tried to stall the ball, just kind of pass it back to Doogie, but instead it kind of bounced forward a little bit into the hands of J2.
Oh, great chance to follow up. Proto kind of scared him off the ball there a bit.
Oh, it's a demo. We'll see if that demo means anything. Okay, Powerful Lord, no boost in the back there. Does make me. Oh, whoa. Hard to see from that angle. I did not expect that to be an on-goal shot.
I mean, that's just a beautiful redirect. And that's tough.
In the upper corner, too. With no boost, you have to.
The shot's coming from behind, you're already backtracking.
You have no boost, so you can't put your car in front of it. You have to like react to it. You have to jump at the right time.
The double jumps already reached so far.
I think like that upper third is just like at the literal tip of what you can double jump to. You have to get the actual timing right, or you're not actually in front of it. Proto's going to air juggle this in. Powerful Lord is going to not be there to meet it, but Doogie's going to meet on the ground, just covering both sides of 50-50. But there's the follow-up. Jay's not able to get it.
Just to the left of the goal.
I mean, more opportunities like that, eventually it will go in. Proto's going to try to create the opportunity again. Starts the air dribble. Jay's there to catch it. Doogie there to be on the ground and gets the demo. Another important feature of the demo is you're only going to respawn to about 30 boosts, so you have to be really ready to catch the ball when it comes to your side of the field for defense. Proto to follow. Overlord went for the clear on the ball, missed a clear, but got the guy. So a little bit hard to follow.
Good read by Powerful Lord.
Yeah, not overcommit. Yeah, he didn't jump, he didn't roll, he didn't do anything. He just met it on the ground, right? Didn't overcommit to the movement.
Beautiful ball to beat one defender, but Jay's not going to let him get past midfield.
That's Doogie.
Doogie trying to go for the backflip. You know, I respect that. I always try to go for the backflip shot also. It's a lot of fun when you hit it.
Agreed. Is it always useful? Usually not.
Yeah, you know, I mean, look,
but it's always cool.
You're going to miss it 99% of the time.
That was such a good pass back. It was just such a direct hit. Like, nothing matters about positioning. If you're in the wrong place, you lose. If you're in the right place, you block it. Just a ground ball straight at the goal. Blue's starting to matter here a lot. Blue has a ton of it. Red, once again, I mean, there's still always a half tank because Powerful Lord is, like, committing so hard to these rotations. Right there, made a big difference.
Yeah, made a big difference. You know, Colossal struggling to get the boost, struggling to stay in position on there. Easy goal.
It's such a competitive game, but it all breaks down in just like a 3-second sequence like there, where both players just go for the contest and both players miss. And because it's twos, there's no third player kind of playing that flex position in the back and just goes in the goal. Okay, that was
45 seconds to go. Game 2. 1-goal game. Colossal needs to find that equalizer to at least force overtime.
Jay is the only one boost right now. Blue's the only one boost right now. Neither member of Colossal has boost to play this. They're running on fumes. Doogie grabs some on that last rotation. Powerful Lord out of position because he had to get boost to be able to play the ball forward. Able to get back in time to make this a still live ball, but we have 15 seconds for Colossal to protect their winners bracket lives here. Good correction. Doogie's going. Oh, that was definitely supposed to be a forward ball. Jade punishes him for it. I can't imagine that was anything but a mistake. Doogie was supposed to hit the ball here, and it was supposed to be maybe a corner pass or a forward pass, but instead it hits right back into the corner, and Jay, right to defend, was immediately able to react to that, and that's tough. That's tough. I mean, timer's going to run out while the ball's in midair here. No time to equalize, and J2 will be the second team to punch their ticket into grand finals as soon as this ball touches the ground. And there we go.
You know, if you're Colossal, like, this was a tough, even matchup, right? You're going to drop down to the lower bracket. You're playing illegally blonde.
Yeah, I mean,
right. I mean, it's not easy anywhere here on out.
Yeah,
these are all tough teams.
You know, your reward for losing is fighting, you know, the third best team in the bracket or the second best team in the bracket, right? Like, there's no mercy. The great teams are beating great teams on this double elimination bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. So looks like where are we at here?
John, that was such a great game.
It
I'm
is.
glad we were here to watch that. I'm glad to see Colossal come back out, Doogie and Powerful Lord. I'm just really happy to see these recurring names here coming out to hang out with us at District E for Beltway Boost.
Yeah, so it looks like Colossal will be dropping down to play Howard Esports, and Illegally
Oh,
Blonde will be
which I heard is the
taking
next stream
on.
match, by the
Yep.
way.
Legally Blonde will be taking on the winner of the Beltway Boogers versus Demo Daddies, which is currently underway. We don't have a score update in that series as of yet. But yeah, like we said, it'll be Colossal versus Howard Esports for our next matchup. First lower bracket matchup of the evening, where the loser will be taking a sad Metro trip home. Maybe Metro. Maybe they park. We don't know.
I know.
Try to stay off the Beltway. It's
I
crazy.
metroed to get here.
I drove.
It's quite nice being able to metro to your favorite esports venue
You
in
know,
Washington, D.C., I have to say.
if I metroed, I would not have been here on time. It's the only
That's fair
problem.
enough. I'm
It's
like
yeah.
3 stops away. I'm very privileged and appreciate District D for having me.
Yeah, I have to transfer twice to get
Oh,
here, so it's not fun. Rush hour, great. Going home, 20 minutes between trains, not fun. But you'll know what it is fun. More Rocket League action, which
yes.
takes place after the break. We're gonna get the team set back up. Good news is we only have one team that has to load in, so it should be a fairly quick break, pending any more random Steam updates. We'll find out.
We'll see you guys soon for our next match here at Beltway Boost 2. Welcome back to District E here in the heart of Washington, D.C. We are back with more Beltway Boost, the second edition, part 2, the sequel. As we see, speaking of sequels, we see once again Colossal on your screen playing a new team. They are playing Howard Esports. So that is Howard Community College up in Maryland.
Yes, up in Maryland. I was like, wait a minute.
I was not trying to. I was not trying to sound like I didn't know what I was saying, but I was staring very confused at you. I guess.
You know, it's honestly, I kid you not. I had a conversation with my coworkers the other day. One of my biggest pet peeves is like, my sister lives up in near Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
and she'd be like, "Oh, when are you coming down?" Like, I live in Virginia. I'm like, "No, it's when am I coming up?"
It's like basic geometry.
It is.
There's north and there's south. You go up to go north. You go down to go south.
But anywho, we want to go north, south, east, west. We're going to go all the directions here in this next matchup. Howard
you might even have some centers and the gold. Anyway.
Going up against Colossal. Lower bracket loser goes home. Winner marches on to their quest.
Who did Howard Esports have to beat to find themselves here against Colossal?
So that takes on CGW, our first team eliminated here tonight. The second team eliminated here tonight, the Demo Daddies. Unfortunately, that's going to be the only time we're going to mention their names now.
Shame.
The Demo Daddies were demoed out of the lower bracket. Sorry.
Well, we'll see how. Speaking of getting demoed out of a bracket, this is loser side best of 3.
Loser side best of 3. Loser takes the Metro home, or Uber, or Lyft.
Wealth of options in this great city.
Absolutely. Take one of them fancy little electric scooters, close by. As Doogie opens up the scoring for Colossal here in game 1.
Pretty tight goal, as we'll see in the replay here. Just barely taps the crossbar, bounces straight down. Very hard to defend, but doesn't always go in.
Tap it in. Tap it in.
Gently. All right. Hopefully our camera can get some labels here. Get the UI working for you guys again.
Labels, game clock,
name tags, jerseys.
Something.
It's a little too cinematic.
In a world where cars chase a ball around an arena. There we go. Shout out to our
Always on top of things here at District D. Always responsive to us.
The best of the
needy commentators.
So needy. We're the worst. By far. Second to none. 1-0 your score. Colossal confirmed up 1-0.
We're just here chatting. Howard Esports is there fighting for their lives. One
Right.
down. Although again, I mean, we always want to note, like, how fast the goals are being scored, because in other games we see like 3 goals in the first 2 minutes, 4 goals in the first 2 minutes. That gives us a bit of a preview. But I want to say the trend has been the team that's behind, they put up a really strong fight in the first half of game one, and then it just starts to quickly get away from them. Yeah, I want to see if we keep on seeing that trend here today.
Boogie with the save to keep that early 1-goal advantage.
I'm wondering if our production team can get the name tag UI just so we can see what the status is of boost. That's the thing I'm always going to be on. Powerful Lord has a lot of it as he tries to get that air juggle in. Bit of a bounce. Oh no, collision between the two players, but Doogie wasn't quite there to capitalize on it, but a bit of a traffic jam in front of the box there. Real 2-1 character for a DMV tournament. Doogie on the wall.
Yeah, almost got a boost.
Yeah, didn't have enough to follow through. Oh, Powerful Lord with a small whiff there. Marquisimo tries to get the soft clear there. Instead, is able to get a follow, is able to get a center. Is his teammate there, just a little bit too far forward. He's going to force.
You have to say Marquisimo with exciting expectation.
I know. I mean, it's pretty exciting. I mean, that is going to be
ties the game up at 1 apiece.
Clear goal.
There you go. You gotta get excited.
I agree. Okay, I need to take a deep breath every time I say his name. Mardissimo equalizes it 1-1.
It may not be Italian. We're gonna make it Italian.
You can't have a name with that much Italian inflection without the accent.
It's gonna happen. The accent's gonna come out.
Murimer with the cross field shot there. A little strong, but whatever keeps it away from your side of the pitch, right? Rocket League oftentimes is a game of opportunities, right? You just want as many shots on target, on goal as you can, because eventually one of them will go in. Let's create more opportunities for yourself. You got the shot, take the shot, usually.
Both teams, playing a little bit more conservatively than, especially with Colossus. We've really seen them on stream. Playing a little bit more conservative. There's a lot on the line here. We're not seeing a whole lot of goals. It's 1 apiece, under a minute to go here in game 1.
On track for our first overtime.
Yeah.
In a long time. I can't remember if we've even had an overtime in Beltway Boost so far.
I think we did in the first, in Beltway Boost 1. Uh-oh. Good follow-up. Back post too far.
Just unfortunate, but just off-center shot. Speaking of those on-stage jitters, right? Like, not only is it jitters of being on stage, but it's jitters of having a clear shot in front of you. I mean, I miss that all the time. Give it with the demo. Give Powerful Lord an uncontested shot there. Yeah, there to catch it, but also has to follow up to make sure Given's there.
Oh!
Mardissimo was there. Earned his exclamation mark on that save. It's not out of the woods yet. It's still in front of the box. We need a clear, and there it goes. Great job from Howard Esports. Oh, that's still scary. That's okay.
Okay, here we go.
That could have accidentally centered itself, but golden goal overtime here in our losers quarters. Game 1, Howard Esports and Colossal.
Everything on the line here.
Can literally go to infinity if there's no goal. That was a demo in front of the box. 2-1 situation still. I mean, I think right there, Howard Esports second player
follow up on target. Powerful Lord gets the dub for Colossal. They take the 1-0 lead in the lower bracket quarters. They're 1 win away from marching on, but you know what? If this was game 1, game number 2 is going to be just as thrilling.
I mean, we had a thrilling overtime just now. It didn't extend itself too long. I mean, it's such a knife's edge sort of game where it could be a long game. It could just all fall apart in a few seconds. I mean, great push from Colossal. I think the demo was what empowered a lot of that play. Howard Esports second player spawned on the opposite side of the ball and really couldn't quite figure out their footing to clear the ball from that position. All right. Deep breaths. We're hyping ourselves up on the left side of our screen here as we prep into the next game. And here we go. Thank
And
you
look
to
at that.
production for getting those names there for me.
Beautiful. Best in the business. Hands
Best in the
down.
business.
Game 2 underway, and it's powerful. Picking up where he left off in overtime. That's scoring goals.
It looked a little bit accidental there, I have to say. I think it just kind of backwards bicycle kick goal for Powerful Lord.
Yes, sir. Use that junk in the trunk. Get that goal.
Oh, send that one over to ESPN. All right. Powerful Lord gets the kickoff rebound. You're there to catch it in the air. That is the correct play. Just don't let them air dribble it inside of your box. Play the ball far, far away from the goal. Unfortunately, that ball did travel in front of the box. Doogie just runs it in 2-0. And I mean, this is what we were saying, John. Like, at some point, it seems like the better teams are just unlocking that confidence, unlocking that strategy, finding those weak points, and they just really start to run away with it in the later half of these games.
Yeah, and if you're Howard Esports, you got to find a way to reset, right?
Yep.
Pretty much all 5 minutes of game 1 prior to overtime, you were playing incredibly well. You got to find a way to recapture that magic here in game 2 and find a way to score goals and somehow hold off Colossal at the same time.
And it's that second part that's the trick, right? Like, they've got the momentum. They figured out something that you haven't. You have to either step up or you have to just stop them in their tracks. Crossbar hit. Oh, Doogie was there for the immediate, just the angle shot, right? So ball is going to hit the crossbar here. Doogie recognizes both players go for it, finds the angle, gets ahead of the ball, and does a left spin to correct it. Right place, right time. Good reaction time, good situational awareness.
Good news is 4 minutes left to go. You're down 3-0. Still plenty of time to try to get back into it. But you also got to figure out, again, you have to find a way to stop Colossal from scoring, because right now they're doing it at will.
Split up by time. You got about a minute and change each goal, so...
Depending, you don't give any more out.
Right. There's a lot of time on the board, but you have to have time to score all 3 of those goals while not getting scored on yourself. I mean, time-wise, pretty tight game right now, and Howard Esports needs to figure it out. This is their tournament life on the line here on the lower losers quarters.
Get that first goal, get the momentum going in your direction. That's what you need to do.
Scary ball, 50-50 situation.
Defense can lead to offense. We've seen it before.
I mean, when you only have 2 cars on the field in 2v2, that's like such an important part of the game.
They both committed to that attempt.
Martissimo with a great steal of possession there. And that led to Yurmer getting that first goal on the board. I mean, a lot of that, we won't see it in the replay, but Martissimo just did a fantastic midfield stolen possession there. Just cut straight across full speed, lined up the ball for their first goal. What is the kickoff? It is, I can't tell if that was just like, I think that had to be a fake, it was so straight, but right now, not actually going so well. Powerful Lord, no boost.
2 quick goals for Howard.
Oh, immediate fist bump. I don't know if you saw that on the camera. They're like, I mean, that's what you need, right? So we were saying, you have to give yourself enough time to get each goal. Right now, average it out, takes about a minute. They just scored their first 2 goals in about 20 seconds there. Howard Esports is back on track.
I need a Gronk spike for the next goal. And if it's from Howard Esports, tying it up. Oh, man.
There's nothing scarier than the slow high lob.
Yes.
Powerful Lord just on his back there. It's over his head. And yeah, Martissimo's there. That was just a missed position by Colossal, or it was Powerful Lord without boost. Doogie, yeah, he went for the corner boost. And Powerful Lord, Doogie was depending on Powerful Lord to clear the ball successfully. Isn't able to do so, plays a little bit too offensively, and Doogie just got caught out of position. Just a communication error or something, but either way, we are equalized 3-3 as Howard Esports is on a tear in this 3rd minute of the game.
3 unanswered goals for Howard.
Almost
They're looking for a 4th. Powerful Lord says, absolutely not on my watch. He's going to try to clear the ball out. turn it into offense from defense. The centering pass.
That was such
powerful.
a good pinch
Beautiful.
pass from Doogie, the powerful Lord. Watch this. He's going to hit it against the backboard. Immediately gets the second touch to get the bullet corner or bullet center over to powerful Lord. And that is a great answer to that, to stop that momentum, to stop that goal streak.
Still a ton of time left. 2 minutes to go here in game 2 of this best of 3.
Oh, scary. So I mean, when we are in this view, we are seeing we are seeing what the ball camera looks like for these players. I mean, that it's hard to stop a ball that's right on top of your head. It's a terrifying position to be in. You don't know where the other person is. Just kind of hope that you make the play and the opponent doesn't. Their ball for Marcimo. Can he correct it in time? He can.
Beautiful. And see, and this is what I loved about this. You're going to see him. Everyone's going to think he's going to go high. He's keeping this low the entire time. He is just doing groundwork dribbling, basic Rocket League 101, and steers the ball directly into the goal.
Yeah, I want to
say
fancy. Yeah, I want to say Doogie, like, it was also like a majority Doogie kind of misplayed the ball. He bounced off the top of the ball, got full contact, but grounded it for Marcelino. Okay, Doogie redeems himself immediately. But
Doogie's like, stop talking bad about me, man.
Gotta shut this Gavin guy up real quick. Oh, Martissimo was in the right place, but just a little too slow. Wrong time. Even kickoff, Bo. All players on the same line here. And we see the small followed by Yermer to get possession of the ball. It's going to get the corner carry. Oh, powerful Lord. Great air contest. It's always exciting to see from our spectator point of view. Like, to see the air dribble, you don't... Oh my... We are tied up 5-5. Yeah, it's just hard to see from our angle, like, who is in the air to meet each of these air dribbles.
So yeah, it was a great play off the back where it drops straight down, hits Doogie on the line to tap it in for a technical own goal. This is what we're going to have to call it, unfortunately. But nonetheless,
good thing the game doesn't track it, right?
Yeah, minutes ago, all tied up at 5. I mean, it's been goals on goals on goals here in game 2. Howard fighting for their tournament lives here. Ooh. Still anyone's match.
Mardissimo made a great play there.
From downtown. No, side post.
Oh, no, but Yermer's there.
Doogie on the goal line. Unbelievable.
Oh, but Doogie gets away with it. He's got a breakaway. Yermer has no boost. That is 1 goal up for Colossal. 30 seconds left to go. 1 goal. What an amazing breakaway by Doogie. You can even see there's just such a difference that the boost management makes. Yermer made the push, did not run over any boosts on the way up, so didn't have anything to retreat back. 30 seconds is not impossible. We've seen Howard Esports do it all game long. Getting these quick goals, quick answers. Are they going to come up with an answer quick enough to get them to at least overtime? Is that it?
Powerful Lord, big save, not out of danger yet.
Center just too sticky on the wall. Mardissimo, another center. Doogie there, and that bounces off of Mardissimo all the way back to midfield. Yermer doesn't have boost, can't center the shot. No, hits the ground.
Colossal takes it in the end. A game going back and forth. A worthy game.
Amazing.
Just
effort.
That's a tough way to go out. Howard played their absolute hearts out there.
And I mean, that 2-0 score line, you just have to see that and know the story behind it. That was such
on it.
That was such that is
such a good game.
Yeah. The matches behind that 2-0. Amazing job by Howard Esports. But Colossal will be the ones to move on to meet Illegally Blonde here in losers semis. Coming up a little bit later.
Yeah, I believe we're going to be hopping back up to the upper bracket, JTO versus Keeping It PG. And I'm going to tell you what, that one has a 4 fire emoji spicy level to it. That game's going to be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
I am looking forward to it, John. I mean, these are 2 best teams we've seen all tournament. We've got 4 of the best players possibly in the DMV, all in one match here at District E for this winners finals, best of 5. We have a lot of exciting Rocket League coming up shortly.
Absolutely. We're going to throw it to a quick break. We're going to get set up on stage and we'll be
Don't go
back.
anywhere.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. In fact,
Yeah, the best coming up.
I'm going to write an executive order. You can't go anywhere. You have to stay here on Twitch, on District E, watching it. We're going to pay the bills a little bit with a couple ads here, but we'll be back on the other side with a best of 5 coming up next. Beltway Boost number 2 action coming back to you live from District E. That logo on top of Gavin's hat. Look at that. District E. Look at that. It's a beautiful hat.
Pretty
It's
cool
a beautiful
hat.
Absolutely fantastic. We are moving here into the winners final. It is the hotly contested matchup. Probably the 2 best teams we've seen on stream all day long. Jato versus Keeping It.
I mean, this is a match that you were looking forward to, John. You called it earlier in the broadcast. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool?
Yeah,
we're not supposed to tell them about that.
Sorry.
But I mean, this is a match that we were hyped to watch. J2 versus Keeping It PG, returning champions versus really just the #1 contenders at this tournament right now, Pigeon and Gad. I mean, this is promising to be a great one. We got the thumbs up from the players. Shout outs to our spectator and our camera operator, in-game camera operator, Nixia, there in the back of the screen over there. Doing a great job for us. All right. It looks like we are into it. Post kickoff. Winners finals, best of 5. And Pigeon immediately in the first 9 seconds gets the first goal. Strong intro into this set. They're telling J2, you need to work if you want your repeat.
Look, I'm gonna need Pigeon to start coming up with like some kind of Pigeon celebration when he scores goals. I'm not gonna sit here and take him. So I'm just saying, like, oh yeah, it's another goal. No, I need to see some celebration. It's a LAN tournament, man. We gotta get this going. We gotta get fired up.
They inflict mental damage, you know.
Absolutely. Look,
that's why you're there in person. Right?
Half the LAN competitions are a mental game. Like if you watch the old school NBA 2K League, like the amount of smack talking that went on during those games, it was partially a mental game. And Dave Fry, who played with the Wizards for the longest time and then with the Mavericks as well, was a master smack talker when getting ahead of his opponents. That's part of the game.
Your opponent is next to you. They're just on the other side of the stage over there.
Oh,
you should show the confidence, right? Either way, Pigeon doesn't need to because Pigeon is great at this game. Only goal scorer so far. We'll see what.
Oh, the tap in!
That was so weird. Oh my God! If Gad didn't follow it up, it actually would have hit the side post and bounced out.
A little love tap. Sure,
it's always such a weird ball. I mean, everyone who's played Rocket League any amount of time knows that like the sidebar bounce out on the line is a thing. It's just always tragic when you're not there to follow.
I loved your
Pigeon
call.
Clear ball.
I loved your call of like, oh, that's weird. That was so great.
It's just, you know, I mean, if it hits the bar, it's either gonna bounce out into the box or into the goal. But every once in a while, it finds that angle to bounce on the line instead, and all 4 players just stare at the ball and say, "Are you going in? Are you not?" Looks around, see if there's a defender, see if there's someone on offense. Okay, I guess this is our life now, right? All right, 3-0 over the course of that story. Yeah, I mean, under a minute. J2, who looked relatively invincible in the last few games we've seen them. I mean, this is strong.
Starting to bleed a little.
Yeah.
Maybe they are.
Could be.
No, it's not just crazy.
That's a tough bounce. Proto's there for it. Tough bounce for me, for Proto. He's like, it's just another Tuesday. Fast drop over. And yeah, and Jay got stuck in the goal. I'm not sure why or what circumstance, but he just okay, just too big of a turn to correct himself. But the star of the play there was the pass, just starting to air dribble and then spiking it straight down, trying to be as confusing as possible to give Pigeon the shot. In the corner to Gad. Gad carries it up, gets launched into space by Jay. Getting there to backboard into the corner, giving as hard a shot as possible. Gad making it impossible to follow up with the demo. Pass to the right. Strong shot in the corner. Here comes to follow. Protoss there on the wall. Very simple clear. Let's see what they can do with it. Proto has no boost, and the threat of a demo, John, is as important as a demo. All right? So we see Jay peel off the ball, or rather, Proto peel off the ball, charges towards Gad. Gad's like, if I run forward to block this, I get demoed. I kind of have to stay where I'm at. Wasn't able to stop the ball, and J2's on the board.
That demo on Proto actually is what caused him to be in position to make that initial save to keep it 4-0 and start that break from the defensive side. So in reality, you know, that's one of the downsides of a demo is there's always a chance on that respawn with 30 boost in your meter.
It could just happen to be
like
the
that.
right place, the right place, right time. Yeah. I mean, you know, a game full of 50-50s, that's one of them. What side you spawn on? Pigeon corrects the ball. Dives down to it. Gad, a little bit too fast. Didn't get behind the ball. Had to play from the side here. Pigeon's in position.
Plays it too high.
Sits in front of the goal. Pigeon has to go for it, but Proto gets a successful clear. Proto misses the boost there, so Jay has all of the boost. Proto still had full speed, but it's going down to Jay, who also has no boost. Great breakaway, but just no
follow-up. Oh,
that's scary. That could very easily just go in the goal. Great defense by J2. Unfortunately, didn't have the resources to make the play happen. Oh, there's the follow. See, and that's why we talked about throughout this whole tournament. Don't double commit to defense. Even if you think you need to. Even if you think you need to double commit to defense. Oops.
He knows it was a misplay too. That should have been a goal. That should have been a 4-2 scoreline. You just missed that back post.
They really need it. 2-4 is just so much mentally better than 1-4. Good double bounce just to get some distance on the ball. One demo, but Pigeon does get possession through his teammate's demo. He's going to carry it all the way in front of the box. Takes a shot. Jay barely saves it with the help of the sidebar.
Here in game one. Best of 5 now, just to recap here now that we're in the finals here in the upper bracket. Winner of this moves on to the grand finals. Loser of this series will drop down to the lower bracket and have to fight their way back up. So the winner here will get a very nice long break. Get some heat over there. Just reflex while you're at it.
Some great TV out there. We stop by between matches. A lot of things to watch, including ourselves.
I don't want to watch myself. That's why I'm on this side of the camera. I don't want to see myself on the screen. So. Ball's still alive until it hits the ground.
Even if you're the team behind, it's always like very, you know, you want the goal for your own benefit. You want the goal to prove that you can get a little bit of momentum on the way out.
It's kind of like you play a little hot potato there in the last 1 second.
Yeah.
You know, how long can you keep the ball off the ground? J2 showing a little signs that they may be mortal after all. Maybe they're not so immortal like we thought.
Yeah, and I mean, are we going to keep on seeing high-scoring one-side games here from Keeping It PG? Is J2 going to kind of catch up? I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what game 2 has in store for us. I want to see if it's an equally strong answer back from J2. I want to see if PG or Keeping PG keeps high scoring games. I want to see if J2 can manage to make it a close game. I mean, you know, we want to see kind of what the trend line becomes. Is it just going to be sweep versus sweep? Is Keeping PG going to keep it up?
My question is if PG wins this tournament, do they come back as PG-13?
Ooh. No, I don't think you can't keep that can't keep that naming convention up too long.
No, I think we have to stop at PG-13. I think we can go above that here for, you know, legal reasons and all other things.
That happened again. Definitely, like, for a little bit there, bounce on the line. It was weird.
It was
weird.
weird.
Look at this, right? It didn't fully hit the line. Okay, no, it just didn't line at all. It was a weird angle from the camera. But I thought the ball stalled on the goal line again. Anyways.
But hey, J2 striking first. We like that. We like to see a little bounce back there after dropping game 1 with best of 5. So ways to go here in this series, and with Pigeon you can never count him out. He goes and gets the first shot on goal for PG here in game 2.
Proto tries to get to the back wall, but
oh, it's on
Pigeon
goal.
there to redirect. Scary position for Jay. Kind of has to go to the wall to get a good position to be able to react to any type of ball, but always scared to get forced to do that. Pigeon with the double tap straight down almost makes it his top bar, but honestly, that one shot put J2 in a weird position there. They had to play defense without boost for a second there, both in the same spot. So even if you don't think you can get in, take the shot anyways, because it'll mess up your opponent's booster positioning. Now you have self-conscious every time I say the word weird.
I know it was the way you said it. I thought it was
It's so
absolutely
weird.
great. Like it was like, oh, it was weird. And, like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fun as Pigeon does what Pigeons do, and that's score goals. And this time to even it up at 1 apiece. I still don't see a Pigeon dance, but
he's focused. We gotta wait till he wins the whole tournament. I love seeing a little bit of players' personalities shine through not even just on camera, but by their choice of car, by their choice of title, and the little name,
banner.
the little banner. Yeah,
Pigeon's got the best banner. I believe it's a Grogu banner.
It is,
which is as a Star Wars nerd myself, is always great.
Mine is like one of those kind of psychedelic, just one of the battle pass banners or whatever. It just looks really cool. I need to go home and get the Hatsune Miku one later.
I was wondering if you're going to bring that up. We were talking about it off stream.
I mean, everyone who's played Rocket League for the past 2 weeks has been getting blasted by Miku beams every time they log in. One of our players on the Beltway Boogers had the Hatsune Miku car. I was doing my best not to make that a point of commentary.
He was actually giggling during the commercial break. He was so excited about it.
It's so fun. Rocket League has some pretty cool crossovers. I'm one of the few people who still drives one of the launch year DeLoreans before
gosh, I remember that.
Before they had the license to edit the cars, right? By the way, Gad up 1 as I'm yapping over here. Let's see what his goal looks like. I mean, it's a corner carry.
Beautiful rotation.
I mean, oh my god, just such a good goal, getting it just on the corner of both defenders. Even kickoff.
Do you use the Batmobile at all?
I don't use the Batmobile. Okay. So now keeping PG starting to run away with it. Pretty close game up until the last 2 goals in sequence. I mean, you can only keep up the stellar defense for so long. Eventually, something's going to crack, and I think we may have found that moment for J2. It reminds me in League of Legends, you have the players. I mean, you have Faker, who famously has never played with a skin, right? So you have the players who are like all decked out in fashion on their cars, and then just have the dude with the default octane.
Right. Hey, look, it's a mind trick, right?
If that's your style, that's your style.
It's like if you're one of those people that drop $30 for a skin for your League of Legends character or for your car, that's great. It doesn't mean you're good at the game. It just means you have disposable income.
But if I do get the Hatsune Miku car, does that mean like my car is faster? It could.
No,
I'll let you know.
It doesn't change.
I'll report
the
in later
in the game at all.
I'll report later if that's true or not.
Tune in next month for Beltway Boost 3 to find out.
Gavin switched to the Hatsune Miku car and his win rate skyrocketed by 70%. Weird.
I mean,
excellent possession steal by Pigeon. Gad pushed it in, but I mean that was just a direct steal straight from Jay. Jay tries to clear it out. Proto tried to follow the clear, but Pigeon got there first. Now, our last few games, or every game so far in this tournament, has been a 1st to 2. This one will be a 1st to 3, so it's still not over yet for J2. But we are, I was going to say, we're quickly running out of time to figure it out. I mean, let's get a few more goals like this. Let's make this game competitive. Let's not necessarily go to game 3 just yet. That's an important part about these long series. You don't want to mentally be in the next game play for a minute and then mentally be in the next game again because you're losing. You got to fight back at some point.
You got a whole minute to go. It's still plenty of time. You're down by 2. You know, quick goals happen quick for a reason. You know, you can easily get 2 quick ones, drag it out a little bit, score every 20 seconds.
Pigeon said, we're going to put an end to this right now. Just a side clear, side stolen possession, steal.
Oh, Proto gonna try to get one more back.
Yeah, I mean, Gad's there, has to play the ball.
Oh, that's a
missed by Pigeon.
Proto has a chance. Gad is there to help put the pressure back on, bailing Pigeon out of a misplay.
Definitely just like run. Oh, man. You're probably not going to get a better chance on that this game. No, no boost. No boost. Okay, yeah. He keeps. Oh, just the extra 2 pitches.
Jay's not there in time.
Jay is there, but just had too awkward of an angle. If Jay was behind the ball instead of under the ball, he might be able to just get a quick shot in, but oh man, that would. I mean, okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter. But
it
like,
doesn't, but you need it. You need the goal.
4-3. Keeping a PG going up 2-0 in this best of 5. They'll be on game point. Winner moves on to the grand finals. Loser drops down to the lower bracket. PG is now 1 game away from getting a nice little, I'm not going to call it a vacation. I'm going to call it a staycation. They'll be staying in District D a little bit, but they'll get a nice little break to take to sit back, watch, maybe practice a little bit here and there.
They're the final bosses of the loser's side bracket.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the final boss in the bottom bracket is scary.
I mean, I would not want to be playing through loser's side knowing that one of these 2 teams are waiting for me at the end of that bracket. All right, here we go. Game 3. We'll see if PG can close it out 3-0 or if we can start seeing the beginnings of a reverse sweep from J2.
Proto definitely wants to try to strike first. Gad
just uppercuts it from below. Guy meets the ball in the air, but Proto. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, Proto is there to collect it. Centering ball.
Ooh, still dangerous.
Yeah, I mean that's the risk, right? You try to overshoot it before they can react. Puts it in front of your goal, but you're just trying to clear it fast, right? A little bit of that.
Yeah, knowing my luck, I sneeze and I tap it into my own goal.
You go to clear it in front of your goal, you accidentally tap it. It just perfectly rolls right in front, slowly. We've all been there. Oh, that was such a smart by Gad. So Gad pressed himself against the ball on the wall there just to try and kill the momentum from J2 charging it. A little bit of the wall version of that backboard trick we were talking about earlier. Proto clear shot. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta see the full rotation here in the replay.
J2 striking first.
I think what happened is on that push, both members of Keeping PG went for the opposite pitch boosts, and just neither of them ended up being in position for the clear shot. Just maybe miscommunication, maybe just a little bit of misawareness, not seeing where your partner was. Good pinch to clear the ball towards the corner. It gives your team time to get boost, more importantly. You don't have to, I mean, you know, presumably you want every single time you touch the ball to turn into a goal scoring opportunity. But if you have no boost and you just belt it out there, you get time to go get your own boost. And if you're getting your own boost, your opponents aren't getting it, right? During their offense. Speaking of no boost, Gad's playing boostless. Pigeon has it. Has to fight Proto. We have a scramble in the corner. Proto does get the landing, and a clear shot on goal goes into Pigeon's hand. Pigeon has no boost now. Jay's able to side clear, but Gad is there. Oh, scary ball. Pigeon probably had an opportunity to be a little aggressive there. To kind of space out and meet the ball in front of the goal. Jay, no boost, does get the steal. Goes in the hands of Proto. Backboard shot. Jay, Gad. Oh, man. Seen that from Pigeon's point of view. No chance to block it. Gad totally saved that ball. Proto with the
danger
steal.
yet. Jay's there. Nope.
Oh,
yeah,
Jay.
just in time.
And James rolled up to that with no boost too. Oh no! Was it a misguess? Was it a misroll? Was it a mix-up? Let's see what happens. Proto gets the boost right there, tries to meet the ball in the air, and Pigeon redirects it right around.
Just a slight redirect. That is
all it
high
takes.
in-game IQ right there. You see your defender coming there. You know he's midair. He can't change direction. Just a little love tap with that front right tire.
All that effort just for daring kickoff to roll the ball right in. That's
don't
Rocket
burst
League.
his bubble.
This is Rocket League.
It was still a pretty goal.
I think so both Gad and Jay both took opposite curves after the kickoff, and the ball just happened to be rolled in front of Jay. This is Rocket League. Pigeon tries to follow the ball in front, gets cleared. Gad there to catch it. Back wall shot. Jay's there to redirect it. Off of the center line.
Ball's gonna trickle in, and it's a 2-goal lead for Proto. I mean, that's Gad just couldn't get the angle. I mean, there's really nothing you can do there. You have to try to get around to the other side to tap the ball and do a side roll. It's a tough situation to be in.
Bit of an overcommit to offense, maybe. Just unfortunate boost timing, unfortunate ball pop out. I mean, does Gad have
goodness.
it? Okay,
that was pretty.
Empowered by a demo from Pigeon. Pigeon's going to remove a defender. Gad's able to just kind of play the ball here. Yeah, Proto goes for it. We can see Jay in the respawn position there.
A lot of Gad fans in chat I'm seeing on Twitch today.
Appreciate all you guys in Twitch chat. Thank you for stopping by and supporting these awesome players.
You know, I heard you like goals.
I do like goals.
We're going to give you goals on goals on goals here.
I like goals that lead to... I love goals that lead into more games, too. So
yes.
Shout out to J2 for kind of finding their footing here, getting these. I mean, a few of these goals have been kind of like errant accidents, like the kickoff just happens to go in your favor. Happy accidents, right? So I like seeing the them running up the score a little bit, getting more and more goals, just like outplaying the other team. You know, they want to prove that, hey, we're not just getting the lead because of an accident or anything. We're actually like scoring on them. Speaking of scoring on them.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of scoring on them, and it kind of being a little fortuitous, because the 50-50 here, Pigeon and Proto both tap the ball at the same time. Oh, unfortunately hits the front right of Pigeon's car, which just happened to be the angle of the goal. But by the end of the day, if you are putting yourself in the position for those happy accidents to happen, you're doing the right thing. You're trying to
happy accident. Shout out to Bob Ross.
Where's our Bob Ross crossover?
We need a Bob Ross cosplay for the next go around next month.
Can we get Bob Ross's afro as an antenna?
We'll just have like a little paint tray or whatever it's called. It's like, oh, we're have happy little accidents here. There's no mistakes, just happy little accidents.
Slow lob center. Pigeon was able to react to it. Pigeon no boost, but accidentally plays the ball with no boost. Scores the goal with no boost. All of that was boostless. From one corner to the other, outplays Proto, breaks his axles, finds the right angle to outrun Jay.
Like, at the end of the day, boost is overrated. Like, why need boosting with Pigeon?
Right? I know. I keep on talking about boost and how important it is, and I mean, I'm right, but Pigeon doesn't. Pigeon doesn't care.
I'm right, but. 15 seconds to go. It's 2-goal differential. J2 trying to get their first win of the series. Looks like they will be doing it here. Quick goal here could make things a little interesting, but looks like it's going to be played all the way back, so it's not going to matter if they score or not. And J2 avoids the shutout. We're heading
signs of life from J2 as we get into game 4.
I'll tell you what. First time we have not seen a sweep on stream any tournament. Like even Beltway Boost 1, the only game that did not end in the sweep was played off stream.
Yep.
So I'm excited for this. I mean, again, these are our two of our best teams.
And we're starting to get the best of the best, right?
Absolutely.
So we're starting to see close games. We're starting to see that adaptation. And you know what? That's actually one thing I talked about, right? Was I was waiting to see like if J2 starts coming back, are they going to come back in a small way where they like get closer and closer running to get a close win, or are we going to see an explosive answer, right? An explosive response. And you know, it took 2 games to happen, but J2 is proving that like they're proving that we can win, and we're not going to make it close.
That was a good chance for Pigeon. Just look, great on offense, great on defense. That was a huge save.
Pigeon clearing the ball away from the goal, clearing the ball away from the box rather. Pro is going to get a wall bounce. Tries to chase it to stop Gad, but it is going to give Jay clear shot.
Keeping their offensive in, but just not enough as now Jay's going to clear it out on goal. Gad back in time. The Proto will pick it up, has a lot of boost to work with. They play it off to the side. Pigeon will intercept. Has a chance, it's on goal, but Jay is back in time for the save. And now Jay can't get past Gad. It's still scoreless. Across the 340 mark here in game 4.
I think Gad ran into Proto for that demo. Proto just happened to be at full speed, and Gad just went to go say hi and demo his own car. I think that's what I just saw happen. It puts Gad on the right side of the pitch, so lucky for them. Just have to pause to make sure I saw that right. Oh, there's a world where that ball just pops out on goal. There's the same thing there. Okay. Ball is moving way faster than the players away. That's kind of getting away from them a little bit. Pigeon through the chaos does manage to find a shot on goal. Jay able to respond. Boost is on J-Toe's side. Pigeon just taking a clear shot. Ooh, weird pinch. That really just crawled up the top corner.
Hit the halfway mark here. It is goalless here in game 4. Best of 5 series.
A lot of strange things happening in this tournament. Maybe it's just every day for these top players. Proto spikes it down, trying his best not to just return it back to PG, but oh, Proto, amazing save. Right on time, just enough to make it hit the crossbar instead of going into the goal. Dad's going to fall with the ball. Pigeon not quite able to react with such a fast center.
And the amount of pressure PG is putting on J-Toe
Yeah,
right now.
J-Toe needs to clear this ball ASAP. That will do it. Okay, Proto scared me a little bit. If Proto did not follow up that tap, it was definitely just set up for Dad.
Still not out of the danger yet.
No, they need... Okay, that will do it. And Proto gets the boost on the way out, so now this turns into an offensive breakaway. Proto's carrying it by himself. Can't get past Gad. Can't get his footing. Jay's going to not go get... Okay, now he's going to get their corner boost. But because of that, Jay wasn't there to defend it. Proto's pushing again. Doesn't get the boost on the offense this time. Proto fighting hard. I thought Proto was just out of that. And then out of nowhere with no boost does manage to break back in. J-Toe is fighting for their lives in this last minute here. And quite literally, they are fighting for their winner's side lives. PG is on match point in this first of 3.
And J-Toe forced it.
J-Toe needs to force overtime or a win first. I feel like overtime will benefit J-Toe way more here. J-Toe seems to be having a hard time just getting the boost they need. Oh, Pigeon wants to close it out now.
Too high, Gad. Follow up, still too high.
Proto there to stop the ball. Count as an epic. 25 seconds feels like an eternity if you're in J-To's position. Hard to find a footing, hard to find moments where both of them have boost. Get the clear, but Jay's found an opportunity here.
Can't get the drop shot.
But Proto's there.
Follow-up. Oh, it goes in. J-To scores. 11 seconds to go. It's Proto.
Pigeon blocks once. Pigeon blocks again on the same fall. But Proto is able to force it past him. Gad with no boost there, just trying as hard as he can on offense. Did his best to help stop the breakaway, but J-To has a strong chance to get a game 5 here in our winners finals at Beltway Boost 2. And with 1 second left on the clock, Proto will spike it down to the ground, and we have our first game 5 ever here at Beltway Boost.
I'm going to talk directly to our producer real quick. Do we have the rights to play Silver Scrapes right now? I feel like we need to play that song right now because this is how intense this is. J-To is trying to pull off the reverse sweep right now. I am here for it. They have all the momentum. That was one of the biggest defensive games we've seen in game 4.
It's just amazing, heroic effort in the last 2 minutes of that game. It seemed like PG just had the ball on J-To's side of the pitch for the full 2 minutes, attack after attack after attack, couldn't get the goal, and J-To patiently biding their time to find that chance to make that breakaway. And Proto just, both players, amazing coordination to get in. And like right off the bat here, hold that thought. Okay,
all that pressure
wasn't a breakaway goal on kickoff.
Yeah, all that pressure right now is on PG. You went up 2 games to nothing here against J-To. J-To has responded with 2 straight wins. They have the momentum. PG needs to keep that mental stability here in game 5 to try to bounce back because it's tough. It's tough to sit up there on stage and be like, hey, we're up 2-0. We're about to punch our ticket, and now all of a sudden you're looking at possibly being knocked down to the lower bracket.
Pigeon with the ball in the air like a bird with boost.
Like a bird with boost. What kind of bird seed do they have?
Looks like you find an alley in DC somewhere, fighting over it with the rats.
That's not bird.
Pigeons can fly like our pigeon here, dude. Not scarier.
Oh my gosh.
Tell you that.
Jay in the air looking to open up the scoring here. Gad will not let it happen.
Good heads up shot to take the shot anyways. I mean, even if you don't get it, you probably have boost position, and Gad lands in front of his goal with no boost, right? So I mean, every shot on goal is resources away from the opponent to have to stop it. Gad's gonna rotate to his boost. Jay there to answer. Proto here to try and get the steal. Collides with the player, so that turns into a favorable trade for Jay to catch. Pigeon fights it off the corner. Gets the drop for the redirect. Goes past Jay, goes past Proto. Jay is able to back up in time. Gad has the boost to meet him in the air. He's going to wait on the ground instead to catch it. Yep. Gives Pigeon enough time to restart the offense. But Proto with the steal. And Jay's in front of Pigeon. Oh, that was weird.
You know what? I need a weird counter on screen. This is going to become a thing.
Oh, Jay!
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it probably looked a lot safer from his angle. From our angle, Jay almost scored on themselves. I have to just imagine that Jay had it under control, but our camera angle, that looked spicy. John's a real big fan of my adjectives today.
I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Jay's going to open up the score at the 2:33 mark.
Right angle, right speed. He attacks it from all the way at his goal, has enough speed and momentum, gets the ball on the way up instead of the way down. Just excellent, pure, straightforward shot. An opportunity by Jay, and they find themselves up in the series for the first time.
Yeah, it's best of 5. We're in game 5. J-To went down 2-0. They stormed back, tied it up. They are looking to pull off the reverse sweep. One of the best things in esports. They're just 2:15 away from possibly holding on to the 1-goal lead. Can Pigeon and Gad find a way back into this game? Gad's going to try here with boost.
Good redirect. little too high, a little too high. Pigeon didn't have the boost to follow it up, and Gad chased the ball too close to get like the double bounce against the back wall. Jay with it. Strong pinch. Pinch against the wall, give a lot more power and speed. Proto there to help it along. Oh, Gad falls on it wrong. Is able to side clear, but Proto's there to kind of mess with things. At the very least, takes a side boost, so Gad cannot continue the offense. Has to leave it to Pigeon. Pigeon can do a lot, though. Okay. Proto there waiting. Gad's going to not fall on his boost. Gonna challenge Jay directly here. Doesn't get past him. And Proto's there to immediately answer. So is Pigeon. Pigeon and Proto were both watching that play to see which way it would go to immediately respond. Top bar bounce down.
That was a dangerous position for Pigeon. Any kind of deflection would have put it in his own goal.
Jay is everywhere. Every time I see Gad with the ball, just always there to catch it, but Jay's just always there to defend it. Proto and Jay in the air. Yeah, Jay's going to elect the fall.
They've gotten the rotation down. This is good. Under a minute to go. It's a 1-goal game here in Game 5.
Proto no boost here.
Jay with a chance, plays off the ceiling, drops it down, has a chance, no, too wide.
I thought Jay demoed Pigeon, but it was the other way around. Oh, 50-50 ball. Jay's there. Backboards
Oh
it.
my gosh.
So is Proto. Where's Gad?
That's
Okay.
right. He stayed low. Pigeon went low. That was great.
It's also able to defend against Gad. Oh, it's in the goal.
Oh,
Okay.
big save from Jay.
Just getting out of the goal just in time. 20 seconds left on the board. 2v1 situation with the demo. Pigeon
Drop down,
falls.
Proto!
Pigeon tries to defend it by falling from the top of the goal. Misses the timing by mere inches. Goals early.
16 seconds to go. Jato, can they hold on?
It's never impossible, but it's looking like Jato may have punched their ticket to grand finals with that last goal. Pigeon tries to get the goal here. They need to get the goal with enough time to score. But Jay just says it's over.
Cut the onions, it's over. Jato's gonna pull off the reverse sweep with 3 seconds to go. 3 straight games, the pressure on keeping it PG, and they have cracked.
And John, this was winners finals. It's not even grand finals yet. And we've seen one of the best games we've ever had close out here in Jato's favor for Beltway boost number 2. Congrats to Jato for punching their ticket to grand
Not
finals.
even a smile, man.
They haven't won the tournament yet. They're
Not
here for
finished.
business. Not finished yet.
In the words of Kobe, not finished.
So keeping it PG will go to meet the winner of our losers semis match in losers finals. The good news about that, any good tournament will give. Oh, they did play it off stream. So that means
Colossal.
Yep. Okay, so they'll go right into their match. I was gonna say, I mean, originally I think we were slated to stream loser semis. It looks like they played it off stream. Colossal beat Illegally Blonde
2-0.
All right. Okay.
Yep, 2-0.
As we saw, 2-0 could be 2 really close games in the
It could be 2 really close games. We don't know. We don't know.
Well, we'll have to ask our sideline reporter later. Oh, spoilers. For next stream.
We have one.
But I was gonna say, like, one of the silver linings to this is you would have had time to kind of decompress, to kind of cool down, let that match happen, scout out your next opponent. You're into the next one.
Right into
you have
the
to
next
recover
one.
from the reverse sweep.
Colossal,
They're
the
great.
third best
Yes.
team, really. In all honesty, based on what we've seen, in our humble opinion.
I mean, they could be the second best team. We're about to find out, because Colossal lost to Jato. They have not played keeping it PG yet.
And really, the question is going to be, keeping it PG, how do you respond? You were up 2-0. You lost 3 straight games.
I mean, if you're PG, that last game never happened.
You have to make sure it didn't happen in your head.
Yeah.
Like, if you let that fester,
that was ages ago.
It better be ages ago.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, Goldfish. You got to do it. Because if you're worried about that game, if that's still in the back of your mind, you can't take that in against a team like Colossal. They'll make you pay for it, and you can't get your revenge. In all honesty, Jato keeping the PG, my pick, Caster Curse. Sorry, it's going to happen. I think that's going to be a rematch, and I think we might get 5 games again. I think it'll be anyone's game.
I mean, I gotta give it to Colossal. I mean, they've been to every Rocket League tournament we've hosted here at District D. They are strong contenders, and they can definitely smell the blood after that game. Watching PG, seeing just having all this time to watch that 5-game series.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they may have found kind of what they might have found what Jato found. Like, what's the adaptation? Can we do that? Can we figure out this was his finals match? So we'll be in our best of 5, and we'll get our players set up. We'll be right back after a break. Don't go anywhere. We've got some of the best Rocket League here in the DMV coming up next.
Beltway Boost number 2 back at you live from District E, powered by Ticketmaster live in Washington, D.C. He's Gavin. I'm John. We're heading down to the lower bracket.
That game was
Good morning.
That game was intense. I'm still recovering from what we just watched,
weird?
John.
Was it weird?
It was I mean, weird things happened, but exciting, epic things happened too.
It was a reverse sweep. It was great.
I mean, in Beltway Boost history, that's weird. You don't see it very often.
This is true. But keeping the PG stays on stage. They don't even move. They just stopped.
Yeah,
they're
they
like,
have
you know
to.
What? We're going again against Colossal now.
They have to stay there. They have to play. They don't get the luxury of waiting for loser semis to play out. They played off stream, and you see the winners on your left side, Colossal there. I mean, it's like we said right before the break. If you're keeping it PG, that last game didn't happen because you're in losers finals. Total reset. You are facing off against Doogie and Powerful Lord, and you need to win this one quick.
Well, the good news is the winner of this game gets the unfortunate pleasure of playing Jato.
It's your reward for doing well is to fight the best team in the DMV, the proven best team in the DMV. Pigeon says, "I'm ready."
Pigeon rocking the pink car. I like it. You got the Grogu, got the pink car. I like it.
Restyle a little bit. I mean, sometimes that's all it is. You pick the wrong in fighting games. You have to pick the wrong color, pick the wrong palette. Sometimes that's the reason you lose.
Do not talk to me about like chromas or anything like that, because again, League of Legends, you buy that one epic skin, it's got like 18 chromas that it comes with. That's a thing. If one chroma color doesn't work, you never go back to it ever.
It's
again.
true.
Very true.
I mean, I played League of Legends fighting game when it was in beta, and I'll be playing it in the future. I mean, you gotta pick the right skin there too.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a Hatsune Miku skin right now.
Stop it. Just stop it. I knew you were going there.
Oh,
just like
no.
The ball's going
that
to
was
the back of the goal.
They faked themselves out, so I think it was Doogie on the defense there. Kind of just assumed Pigeon would double tap it in. It was Powerful Lord. Oh no, maybe it was just an outrun, but a lot of defenders around for the ball to just roll in and keeping it PG 2-0.
Fashion happy mistake.
Maybe.
Happy accident. There we go.
Happy little accident. We're inventing memes on the fly here. Pigeon falls with the ball, leaves in front of Gad. Gad's going to get an easy goal here. And keeping it PG, you know, I was questioning before the break, you know, maybe, we don't know, Colossal could be the second best team here. I think keeping it PG heard me. It was like, no, we're going to grand finals.
You know, I think during that break, when we took a break ourselves and we walked out there, I'm pretty sure they gave me that death look of like, yeah, I heard what you were saying. And I was like, you know what? It's nothing personal. Like, at the end of the day, we're just doing our job here. But like, they came out. Oh,
Powerful Lord angles it in.
You know,
the ball flies at you so fast. You don't know exactly how to react to it, right? And sometimes you just pick the wrong reaction.
That's a quick 4-0 be down with 3:56 to go.
I mean, we've seen this lead with this time left on the clock go the way of the team that's behind.
Well,
I don't know about this one. Yeah, it starts to break down a little bit.
Okay, PG, we get it. The reverse sweep didn't affect you. We understand. Maybe it did. Maybe a little fire under them a little bit.
Well, now we're back into... now the call goes back to, if you're Colossal, every goal is there just to motivate you.
Right.
You just need to figure out what's going on. Why is this happening? Can we score a goal against these guys? You need to answer those questions and prove that fact to yourself, right? I mean, we have seen Colossal pull off some great matches. They are better than how they are playing right now.
So in chat they go, Powerful Lord, #1 on the FBI most wanted list. Pigeon striking again for goal number 4. Makes it 6-0.
Still that one joke like, I'm playing 6v4 over here. What's my support doing?
uh,
6-0, keeping it PG. I mean, right now this game is not very PG. It's a bloodbath over here on the pitch.
you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I play Rocket League and it gets this bad, I turn it into a demolition derby. I just start demoing people.
You go that far? I hit start. I go I get void to forfeit. What are you talking about?
He rage quits. He closes the program. Is what he does. So you know what? We're just gonna act like this never happened.
The devs gave me a forfeit button, and partner, I'm gonna use it. At least when it's 6-0. I mean,
you have to wait 15 minutes before you can do, right?
So
wrong game.
Wrong game. One day, District E will stop being cowards and give me a League of Legends tournament.
Oh God, no, we don't need that.
Come on.
Can you imagine? Just, I mean,
1v1, 2v2 ARAMs. I know the guy out there who can make it happen is listening to this cast right now.
Oh no, that might be a way to get me to get out of League of Legends. my 7th retirement, by the way.
John, we're not. Here's the problem, John. We're actually not going to cast it. We're going to go play together.
Yeah, we're going to go.
We're going to be the duo.
No, I'm going to be completely honest with you. We'll cast it while playing. Do you know how negative I'm going to be on myself? Like, oh yeah, look, here's the support missing another skill shot.
The worst player on Team Jonvin.
So,
dies again.
I'm sorry.
I will admit that it took me a little too long this tournament to realize that Jato, pronounced Jato, was Proto and J combined.
Really?
It's not that I didn't like consciously think about that. Well,
like,
no, it did take me a second.
Back in game 1 when you said J2, and I was like,
that
also makes sense.
Well,
and then I saw the names and I was like, wait,
you were saying the pronunciation with such confidence. I'm like, he's got to be getting this from some. Oh.
Anywho, 8-0. Pigeon scores again.
Colossal, we need you guys to give us something to talk about for you. Although, I mean, so there's the other side of the argument, right? When you're this far behind in game 1, the other side of the argument is don't sweat this match too much. Just this game's happening. Don't sweat too much. You got 2 more games to let happen, 2 more games to reset. Just don't. If you're not going to win this, take it easy. That is a line of thinking. I don't necessarily agree with it, but maybe when it starts getting to 9-0, that's a lot of goals in 3.5 minutes, John.
You know,
Colossal has played so well in our tournaments here at Beltway Boosted District E. This is, frankly, just out of character for their. I mean, this is a team that put. I mean, their match against Jato wasn't close by any means, but they put up a better fight than 0-10.
You know, the beautiful thing about this, right, is when this game is done, it goes on the scorecard as 1-0.
Yep.
It doesn't go down as 10-0. It goes down as a solid 1-0.
Oh, imagine aggregate goals in Rocket League.
Oh God, please no.
Home and away.
That would be a no. we don't need that. Pigeon. Well, you know what? Pigeon likes 8 goals. Pigeon gets 8 goals. Simple as that.
Made sure to give enough room for Gad to get the hat trick.
That's all he's allowed to have. No more goals for Gad. Pigeons only.
Next time we see it on Gad, I'm curious to see how many of these goals were assists. Off his back wall. Gad with the center to Pigeon. Pigeon's going to. Okay, Doogie is there. Gad with the great follow-up there, just making sure that Powerful Lord doesn't have a line to get the goal. Gad with 2 assists, so there's 11 goals. Gad's been a part of 5 of them ish.
Pigeon's like, you know what? I heard the casters talk bad about Gad, like only scoring 3. I'm gonna set him up for number 4. I know Gad's fans in chat, because there's a lot of Gad fans in chat are happy with that one. Gad is a team player. Yes, 100%. Gad is a team player, and because of it, Gad's team is up 12-0 with 35 seconds left to go.
I remember the first time that I learned that the Rocket League scoreboard could support double digits.
Was it your team that scored the double digits, or
It
was
was.
it your team that got
Thankfully,
scored
it
on?
was. Thankfully, it was my team. 12 seconds left until Colossal can put this one behind them.
Now, normally this is when I would ask the question of like, what do you do to like reset yourself after a beating this bad? Like, you can do the things
You,
like, you change
you,
your music, you change your car, you change your skin. But at the end of the day, you still lost
you
13.
play like you've been playing for every other match you've ever played at District D, which is a lot better than what we're seeing here. I mean, okay, for what it's worth, you're Colossal. You just won a 2-0. It's 10 p.m. local here in at District D in Washington, D.C. And you're watching all of Winners Finals go to Game 5, and you're like, I'm just ready to go home. I've had a long day at work. Like,
You got to go
long
back
day
to
at
work
school,
tomorrow.
class,
Like,
work.
tomorrow's Friday.
Oh, Colossal got a goal. Tell me that
that
story, but
hey, well, it wasn't a shutout, but it was a loss still for Colossal. Keeping it PG takes the 1-game lead, and that's all we're going to call it. We're not going to say it was 13-1 because that would be rude. We're just going to say they currently have a 1-0 lead in this best of 5. That's a good response from PG after that reverse sweep. Very proud of them. Very smart. Very good play there.
I mean, I wonder how much of it. I mean, I'm mentioning Colossal a lot, but I mean, keeping it PG is playing with a chip on their shoulder after the winners final set.
Maybe they did take it to keeping it PG-13. Maybe they are going to be a little bit more aggressive now because of that reverse sweep.
Fast air dribble. Doogie behind Pigeon. I mean, we need to reframe. John, we need to calm down. We need to reframe this as a completely new game because I don't know what is about to come out of Doogie and Powerful Lord after that game 1.
Hopefully it's not a -12 on the scorecard for goal differential.
That was an un-goal pinch, by the way, from Pigeon. Such a good player.
Yeah, looking to play it off the side. Pigeon's there in the corner.
Pigeon triple taps it to himself, gets the ball. Oh, we're just like rotating in the corner. They both of them cannot be in the corner.
Too high. Follow up, Gad.
I mean, that's like Rocket League 101 is that if there's a moment where both of your players are just vortexing around the corner, like, you're in a washing machine or something, playing around that boost, playing around the ball, one of you needs to get out of the way and get ready to clear the ball with speed, right? But it's just like the telltale sign that you're about to get scored on when all of your players are just rotating around the one boost in the corner. We've all been there.
You ever have you ever had that moment where you're like grill to grill with your player, like either one of these budging, and like you're just kind of going head to head,
rule
you're
one.
trying to like get out of the way, and Pigeon makes it 2-0.
I've lost entire games to honoring Rule 1.
Absolutely.
This is right.
You never give up.
Never. We had one last Beltway boost. I think we caught one, yeah.
But that was also 3v3. It was a little different.
That's true.
That one.
It's so much funnier in 2v2.
You mean quickly becomes a 1v1.
Oh, my least favorite game mode in Rocket League. I cannot do 1v1s. We were talking to our head event organizer, Theo, James, earlier, talking about 2v2s or 3v3s. He's like, we can make it 3v3 every once in a while, keep people on their toes. I think we should make it 1v1. That'll really keep people on their toes.
Go on forever if it was 1v1. He's scoring goals every other second in this field. Side post, no good. Going the other way. Doogie looking to open up the scoring for Colossal. Can't get it going.
Comfort Lord, though, with the shot. Pigeon there to meet it. I mean, compared to last game, 100% more manageable.
For now. We saw how quick those goals came in game 1. We'll get that score bug updated here for you, as well as keeping the PG does have the 1-0 series lead so far here in this best of 5. 2-0 through the halfway mark here in game 2, best of 5. Lower bracket loser goes home. Winner goes on to face the final boss. Terrifying final boss, if you ask me.
Have a final boss who gets put on their last leg and comes up and gets a reverse sweep. PG is eagerly awaiting their second chance at them and proving to us right now in losers finals that they're going to go earn that spot. 2:10 left in the game, 3 goals up. I was gonna say, you know, when I hit vote to forfeit, it's based on a little bit of math, John. I give myself about 45 seconds to make each goal. That's kind of like my average, right? If it gets beyond that, I'm like, not worth the heartache.
Yeah, first off, the U.S. is currently 68th in the world in math. I'm pretty sure no one here knows math right now.
Okay, so when the big number
with the big number
says 1, I expect to get 1 goal in that 1 minute. And right now, that means Colossal is on pace almost to tie this game up if they can find a way to get 1 goal a minute. That's about how much time I feel like I need to get the goal
while keeping PG from scoring any goals.
Yeah, with a major exception.
There is a big caveat to this math equation.
You know, the X is on one side of the equal sign. Sometimes the X changes in real time.
How do you carry the letter? I don't understand. Pigeon going aerial, powerful back in time. It doesn't matter. Gad's going to steal that one.
Carry the letter, carry the ball. Get the point.
Solve for why.
Solve for
why did you let Gad score this on you? It's 4-1 with $1.26 to go.
Yeah, this one starts to fall under my I've hit start and gone to vote to forfeit. I don't know if I'm getting 3 goals once every 30 seconds. I don't know. My gosh, now American math starts to kick in. How many goals a second? How many goals a second do I need here? I need 4 goals in 90 seconds to catch up. Someone in chat do the math, please, because Colossal needs that info.
This is taking a twist. 5-1 with $1.20 to go here in game 2. We at least have one more game.
Carry. Doogie's there to catch it.
At least one more full game in this series.
Now, we remember what happened last time.
I don't want to talk about it.
PG was up 2-0.
I really do not think PG is in the position where they're going to get reverse swept in this series.
I'm sure that's what PG said.
I would honestly, and like I'm not trying to be mean or anything here. If I'm being completely honest, I need to see more signs of life from Colossal.
Yes,
before I can even take that possibility seriously. It's tough. Like again, seasoned pros here. We've seen them play here multiple times. This is definitely not how they play.
Doogie getting their second goal of game 2 here. I mean, we're not outside the realm of impossibility yet, but this is the point where I would say Colossal getting each goal are motivator goals, they're info goals. We're playing for info. We're playing to figure out what they're vulnerable to.
Not 9 seconds of goal is what you need.
Oh, thanks for the math.
Yes,
I needed that.
We're mathing big time here.
Okay, so 9 seconds have passed, so I don't think it's looking so good for Colossal.
We're now at 3 seconds of goal.
Oh,
this is what we need. It's not looking good.
Final countdown. Looks like PG is going to take game 2 here.
All right, 2-0 in this best of 5. You know what?
Shouts to Colossal for still smiling.
They're smiling. They're having a good time.
That's what it's all about.
That's what's most important.
I mean, 3rd place in this field
is still pretty good. Yeah. Like, I'm over here watching these guys play as if I was in this tournament.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't even qualified to play.
We're the average Joe at the Olympics,
right? So PG 1 game away from getting that rematch with Jato in the grand finals. And yes, if you are asking, there is a bracket reset.
Yep.
So not only would keeping it PG, if they are going to exact revenge,
They need to do it twice.
they need to do it twice. And that's a tall order against J-To.
But, I mean, they have the momentum from this game. They were one game away from winning winners finals. I could easily see keeping it PG taking the first series.
Gad off the backboard. Doogie says, absolutely not. Get that out of here.
Ooh, a little close to each other. Yeah, Powerful Lord just right on the side of Doogie.
Oh, okay. Pigeon just didn't want to overcommit, wants to go back on defense.
Yep.
I can respect that.
We're not ahead in this game. Play a little defensively, play a little carefully. Gad full carry. Powerful Lord has to meet this on the ground.
Perfect.
Does so.
Doogie looking to go on the counter. Good demo. Oh! He blocked his own teammate's shot!
It was a perfectly drawn up play. It was the best play they could have drawn up, but they forgot the part out of the way after the demo.
The epitome of feels bad, man.
Oh no. And that would have been the first game that Colossal was up with that goal. That is a demotivator. Dougie in front of the goal with no boost, and Pigeon's just going to carry it in the upper third. Uncontestable ball.
Pigeon was like, look, if you don't want to open up the scoring, I will.
We'll do it,
Like,
yeah. And just look at how well positioned. So Pigeon used his car and the angle to block out Doogie. Doogie had no boost, couldn't contest outside of the goal, had to just pray that the play went wrong for Pigeon. Pigeon said, I am flawless. This is going right in.
Still only a 1-0 lead, 3 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for Colossal to try to get back into this one, possibly take a game off of PG. We start with a goal here first to try to get their mojo back in order.
I don't know what that was all about. Ball crawled up the corner. I was expecting 3 people to hit it. Just no one chose to. Pigeon with the recenter against the backboard, and it's just going to outplay Doogie.
How did he do that?
He just decided, I'm going to do this in 2.
Pigeon's like,
One,
you know what?
two.
I'm just gonna.
It's just the ability, and that's just definitely like one of the plays that puts you in the top elite of Rocket League. Just the vertical maneuverability from with no.
Oh, the double fake out. What's going on here on the face off? And it was even delayed on the second fake. That was incredible. The look on Gavin's face right now.
I was in the middle of
is-
explaining how good Pigeon is, and then I watched that happen in front of me.
Would you say that was weird?
That was pretty strange, John Byron.
Oh my goodness. I love when that happens.
This is 10:30 p.m. after work Rocket League for sure. Pigeon full carry, hits the crossbar. Gad's gonna give in our shot, immediately takes to the air. Aerial mix-up. Power is there to kick it out. Doogie, low boost. Look for the corner boost. It wasn't there because Gad stole it and used it to score that third goal. This is match point for keeping it PG. Colossal, their tournament lives are on the line, flashing before their eyes, where they're going to have to figure out how to get 1 goal every 35 seconds. 33 seconds.
We're not doing the math. It's too late for math right now.
It might be too late for the math for Colossal. You're right.
It's too late for math. Your boy's hangry. I got dinner plans after this.
Shout out to our friends at District Bites.
Absolutely.
In the venue, by the way.
Solve your hangriness with an ice cream sandwich from District Bites. Sign me up.
Have you ever come out to an event here at District D?
Oh, yes. Look at that.
There you go. Pitching goal 4. I think that pretty much closes it out. I think it was closed out long ago, but Colossal, I mean, game 2, signs of life, but I think PG has decided we're going to be the ones to go to grand finals to meet Jato.
You can't even be mad at Pigeon. I mean, he's got Grogu on his banner. It's the cutest banner in game. You can't be mad at that. Gavin disagrees. He disagrees. All right. Apparently, he hates Grogu.
Whoa.
You didn't say anything. I have to jump to conclusions if you don't say anything.
I think Grogu's great, but if Pigeon scored 5 goals on me, I would not be sitting there being like, well, at least he has a Grogu.
At least he's got a Grogu there.
I know myself well enough that, I mean, if John Byron was on my team, I'd be like, I don't care what banner he has. Start blocking the ball, John. Shin Grand Finals, just me and you go out there. We're the true boss.
We're the final boss, actually.
We're the real final boss. Here comes a new challenger. Oh, double pinch with the power of friendship. But wrong friend. Pigeon was there. Like, watch this. Powerful Lord and Gad pinch it forward to Pigeon. Oh, man.
Power of friendship.
I'll do it. No, I'll do it. No, we'll do it together with the power of friendship.
Let's hold hands. We got this. 6-0, 25 seconds to go. We're going to get that rematch.
Yes, we are.
Hey, you know what? They pulled one back. A solid one right there for you. Doogie, nice little ball there over to Powerful Lord. Gets the demo to ensure the goal. We like it.
And shout outs to Colossal for giving us awesome matches in their time here.
Absolutely.
For showing up to every Rocket League tournament, from our Snow Day tournament to our 2 Beltway boosts, and giving us a great performance each time. I mean, it just goes to show, like, a team as awesome as Powerful Lord here and Doogie. I mean, we just have so much top tier talent here in the DMV locally in Rocket League, that a team as awesome as Colossal are finding such difficulty with these guys. I mean, just top talent all around. And shout-outs to them for coming out here and getting a solid 3rd place. I mean, Colossal beat Illegally Blonde, who we thought were a great team earlier in the bracket. Had a great match, so, you know, this goes to show. Just the S tier team lost to the S plus tier team.
Right. Well, that's going to do it. It's a 3-0 sweep for Keeping It PG. They will be able to get their revenge, or a chance at revenge, I should say, against Jato in the grand finals. They're going to stay on stage. They've been on stage for quite a bit now. They're not going to be moving at all one bit, as we're going to be heading off to the grand finals.
I do recommend they stretch, though. I recommend our audience stand up and stretch.
Hydrate, stretch. Even better yet, do like a 30-second yoga meditation, if you will.
Yeah.
Because actually, I'll tell you what, do like a 3-minute yoga meditation, because we're going to throw it to a break.
Yep.
And if you don't want to watch ads, that's fine. Stretch, hydrate, do what you got to do. And when we come back, the grand finals, Jato versus Keeping It PG. There we go. Lost the name there for a second. Don't go anywhere.
I was ready to save you.
Right around the corner. Grand finals time here at District E at the Beltway boost. Number 2, he's Gavin. I'm John. Gavin, it's been an incredible journey to this point. We had a reverse sweep between these 2 teams. It's Jato versus Keep It PG.
Keep It
PG struggled in that last matchup. Jato has the momentum. It's a best of 5 plus a bracket reset possibility.
That's right. So Jato has that W next to their name, as in we are in the winner's side of the bracket. They need to win one of these best of 5s. Keeping It PG on the loser's side of the bracket, they need to win twice. 2 best of 3s. It doesn't really matter what the scoreline is, as long as they get the win to reset the bracket. Grand final starts now for Beltway boost number 2. Jato versus Keeping It PG. A lot of storylines in the background of this match. Both first word, first goal. If I'm Jato, they had to fight, tear, and make that first sweep to earn this spot. I do not want to go to a second match if I'm J-Pop. I want to end this here. I want to end it now. I want to end it 3-0, 3-1. I do not want to prolong this set.
Yeah, so you're Jason. You know exactly what you need to do. He's done it once before. He's going to do it again. You're up 2-0 within 23 seconds already of this match. Keep it to PG has that mental hurdle. Yes, they absolutely demolished Colossal in the lower bracket, but now they see Jato back on screen. It's a mental hurdle, and so far, it's hurting them. Jato is coming out strong.
Might be too comfortable with that much, right?
Way too comfortable.
Proto, the same play. Third verse, same as the first. Jay's there. Oh, I think Proto probably could have been a little bit more aggressive to push Gad out of the way. Jay was not able to get the follow-up. Pigeon on the attack. Didn't get quite fast enough. But Gad on the rebound is going to get his own shot. Jay there to stop it again. Proto left the ball. Gets the wall follow. Pigeon there to meet it. Pigeon takes possession. Going to land over to Jay's zone. Gets around Jay.
Proto is bullying them.
Honestly, I didn't know Proto was even on that side of the pitch. Right time.
Good defense.
Oh,
Gad, the follow-up can't get there.
No, there was like a standoff between Gad and Jay there. I think both players were kind of trying to mix each other. Both of them stopped. Gad eventually went for the shot. Goes for the shot. Sidebar bounce. Not a weird one. That one went exactly how I thought. Bounced out in front of the box.
No win this way.
We direct down to Proto. Proto has no boost. Doesn't get that boost either. Pigeon has full boost. Jay in the goal.
Still can't get it.
Jay did that from going up the goal loop. Meet him at the upper third of the goal. That is so risky. More justice plan. Wow. Okay. I think we've calmed down in front of the box a little bit. Pigeon gets to reset. Proto, Jay, both with full boost. Proto tries to meet him in midfield.
Oh, that was a good shot, just a little too high on top of the crossbar.
A little bit too high. You know, sometimes that's plate. What was that?
Was that a misplay?
Yeah, I mean, it was bumping your own teammate, right? Jay, no, it's more that Gad pushes Proto out of the way. Okay.
Jay kind of got caught up in the corner there. He couldn't get his car back off to the right fast enough. It's tough. It's just bad positioning. 2 minutes in, 2-1. It's exactly going the way we expected it. Lots of goals early on. Lots of great plays early on as well. Jato again just needs 3 wins. Keeping it PG needs a total of 6. It's going to be tough. But we're in it for the long haul, and I have a feeling this is going to be one that's going to go down in the OMG books here at District T when it comes to these tournaments.
The 2 best teams finding each other in grand finals is the storyline you want, and we got it here at Beltway boost number 2. Gad attacking with. I wasn't exactly sure where Jay was there. I don't know if that was just it should have gone for the goal or played it off to the side on purpose. Over Proto into Pigeon's hands. Jay's not there. That equalized it up. Yep.
Almost like Pigeon ran a fake on that. And Gad was just there to clean it up. Oh, even brand new game here in game 1. Best of 5 in the grand finals.
Kickoff goes the way of Jato. Proto takes a shot. Proto launches into the stratosphere by himself, and that's going to give.
Oh, good save. The follow-up from Gad there.
Yeah, and that's definitely like one of those side pool shots, right? Just very corner of your car, the perfect angle, just barely gets it in time. Just that side of the goal. Sad fast game, back and forth game. That's what we want to see, love to see in grand finals. Pigeon on the aerial. Oh, I will take it. He's gonna pass it to Gad actually. Jay, amazing save there, intercepting the pass instead of trying to play the ball. Gad's thinking about passing Pigeon, just gonna go for it. Saw Jay kind of stuck on the wall there. just bet that you're not gonna defend this, Jay. You're just gonna go score this right now. I think Jay got stuck in midair, if I saw that right. And Proto was just out of position. Gad saw the shot, went for it.
Four unanswered goals for keeping it PG. They're going down 2-0. It's now Jato on the back foot, trying to regain their confidence. Pigeon.
Oh, just
Gad,
barely
the
doesn't get
follow-up.
Jay with the double
Jay.
defense.
Are you kidding me?
Signs of life still here for Jato. They need to find a way to get 2 goals in just under a minute. And this one, okay, Proto is there. About to say Pigeon trying his hardest to close this out. Jato increasingly losing their chance to bring this one back. Proto into the hands of Pigeon. Pigeon straight forward for the goal, hovering, gets the back bar, gets the back wall. I mean, every once in a while we'll say out loud, oh, Pigeon hits it a little too high. In reality, Pigeon's hitting exactly where he wants. He wants that back wall, back door shot to it is entirely up to Jato to clear it from the side. They just cannot let it bounce off their front. They can't let it go uncontested when it hits that back wall. Pigeon he makes that shot hundreds of times a week, dozens of times a day. Every time he plays this game, that's just one of his go-to shots. Wall to backboard. Jay does get the goal. Probably too little too late. It is too little too late.
Very too little too late.
Yeah. 1 goal we can do in 2 seconds. 2 goals in 2 we cannot. Time will expire before it even reaches the goal if Jato were to get this one, but let's do a kickoff for fun. Rolls up the wall. Pigeon will spike it down to the ground in front of Proto. And keeping it PG takes the first game in our grand finals and begin their arduous journey to the bracket reset.
Now, look, I mean, if you're keeping it PG, this is the game you needed.
Yes.
Right? You lost 3 in a row to these guys early on. You get that game back. You're starting to feel good. You're like, hey, look, we are a good team. We are incredibly good. We're in the grand finals. We fought our way through the lower bracket. We're back here again. We're taking on the team that took us to 5 games. We need to pull out the winning game 1 to set the mood. That's exactly what they did. Now it's going to be up to Jato to respond. Again, all the pressure really isn't on keeping it PG. They've already lost this game once. The pressure's on Jato to finish this out. It's going to be up to Jato whether they're able to do it in 3 or in 6 or in however. But keeping the PG, there's no pressure on it.
I mean, frankly, the 2 games that keeping PG won in winners finals, they were not close games.
No.
Like, PG obviously can win. They've got the skills to win convincingly. Could very easily go the way of PG. All right. Game 2. Clear shot. Go off to the side, but it's going to rebound to Pigeon. He passes it back to Gad, who takes the shot. Back wall shot, spiked down. Jay has to clear it. Stop. That's a dangerous ball. Gad makes it into the air. Pigeon gets the no boost clear. Passes it down to Proto, but the best Proto can do is knock it to the side. Jay with the pass and the demo. Jay, quick correction to grab the boost on the way out there. Oh, that was a boostless goal by keeping it PG. Jay got a red side boost on the way out. May have costed, may have cost a goal. Fake back with the demo. That is exactly how to draw it up. Textbook fake play. is not play you want to fall for in grand finals. Keeping it PG. Up 2 in game 2. They want to reset this bracket ASAP. You're wondering how many games we'd see here in grand finals total. Keeping it PG wants to keep it at 6. Proto Seg clears it out. Jay has no boost to follow, so he's gonna have to contest whatever Dad ends up doing here, which is a wall climb past the Pigeon. Proto pushes it past Pigeon's pass range. Very smart play. Shout out to that camera work. Proto passed the ball to Jay there. Boost Dad has all of it. Gonna back up from Proto here. Nope, this is when actually need the ball in the air. It's a soft stop. And Pigeon launches both of them.
Imagine if there's like friendly demos on.
There, I can imagine. Oh, I would not want my toxic timer teammate to get mad at me and start demoing me.
Absolutely.
You keep chasing the ball, make sure you can't chase anything else ever. I'm thankful for every game I play that doesn't have friendly fire. No friendly fire in League, no friendly fire in Valorant.
Side by Proto.
It's good defense by Jato in the second half of this game too, but obviously you let the early ones in. We got big girl Proto pass right back to Gad.
You got stop on the goal line, you flipped it out, but you passed it right to Gad.
Yeah, that's the problem. You flipped it out, right?
Gad said, thank you.
Yeah. I don't think Proto could have really done anything else. I think he was anticipating maybe getting charged, but Gad patiently waited for the commit and scored the third goal.
Down by 3. Trying to avoid being down 2-0 in the series. Wouldn't be unfamiliar territory for them, though. We'll talk about that a little bit more if that happens. Pigeon looking for more. Clear out their defensive end. Pigeon's going to keep it in, though. Plays in the center. Gad's there. Too high. Follow-up's no good.
PG just needs to run out this clock for another 20 seconds. Looks like we're pretty likely to go to
1 goal per 5 seconds. We got this.
Including kickoffs.
Including kickoffs.
Oh no, now it's 1 goal per 3 seconds. I don't think we're quite gonna get there, John. I don't know if we got the equation to win from here, but
math is not mathing today, folks.
No, I think we're getting into imaginary numbers here. Keeping PG. We've seen this scoreboard before. 2 up in grand finals. Let's see what Jato will do with this.
I know they don't want to hear us, and I know they can hear us out there, which I apologize for this, but we would not be doing our jobs if we didn't bring this up. Jato down 2-0 in the winners finals. It's like you said.
Yep.
3 straight games in a reverse sweep against this very same Keeping It PG team. Not even 45 minutes ago here live on stream. And here we are in game 3 of this grand final. Keeping It PG is 1 game away from a bracket reset. Proto striking first. Oh, it's smelling similar.
Total scramble here. Double stall. Proto bounces off a Pigeon. Total scramble to get that kickoff goal. You love to see it. I love a good weird kickoff.
That is weird number 12 for those keeping track at home. I pulled that number. Don't worry, I don't think it was actually 12.
I think I'm like at 6, maybe. So we just got word that just due to time and wanting to make sure everyone actually gets to class and work on time tomorrow, if this does go to a reset, they'll play it out as a best of 3 instead of a best of 5. Should it reset,
Oh, that's no
which
fun.
is looking more and more likely, or is likely with the scoreboard way it is now.
Proto strikes again. Very similar to what we saw in game 1. It was Proto and Jato as a team going up 2-0 before 4 unanswered goals from keeping it PG. Really flipped game 1 on its head. Game 2 was all keeping it PG. With a solid 3-0 win. And here we are now in game 3 of this best of 5. Keeping it PG, 1 win away from that bracket reset, but Jato is doing everything in their power to force game 4.
I will say, obviously we're kind of alluding to what happened in winners finals. If you if we start going down that route again and we get a game 5 again, I would hate to then beat Jato and lose it, because now we've worked so hard to get that reverse sweep to speed the night last second, and then you have to play another set. I don't know. I've played in many grand finals in my career from loser side, and I'm like, sometimes I just would rather go 3. I'd rather get 3-0 in loser or in winner side.
Oh, for sure.
And sometimes I don't want to play 10 goal games.
And that makes sense. But also at the end of the time, like, let's say this does go 5, right? And the problem is you're gonna have PG in their own heads going, it's happening again. And then you're gonna have Jato in their heads going, yes, it's happening again. It's Jato's proven to be able to do it. Even the PG is the one that has to change the script. They have to change the story. They have to go out there and say, hey, look, if we're put in this position again, we're not going to make those same mistakes. Obviously, they need to find a way to score in this game to avoid that becoming a reality. But right now, it's all Jato here in game 3 with 2 quick goals from Proto.
Pitcher just overpowered both players. He's going to get dropped in front of the box. Proto side clear. 2v1 currently. Pitcher barely got in a position there.
Proto's looking at Patty on that.
Good angle cut off by Jay there. If that miss, he was done for. Just no boost flying off to the side.
Pitcher gets demoed. Gets feathered, if you will.
This line you pull out at 11 p.m. after a long day of Rocket League.
A long day of Rocket League. You're hungry. Taco Bell kitchen is calling your name.
It's been great casting Rocket League with you tonight.
Absolutely.
Always happy to be here.
And if you enjoy the banter between Gavin and myself, we'll see you next one. Oh. There's more of us to go around. As Pigeon keeps the first shot out, keeps the second shot out.
So smart the way he positioned himself there, not overcommitting, just making sure that he was ready to jump for both of those goals. Good ball awareness.
Pigeon will pull one back for keeping a PG.
One goal lead only. Pigeon is more than capable of scoring another goal in just a minute.
Pigeon's capable of scoring 12 in this last minute.
That math is a little easier. Point being that PG is this one goal differential is very little in the space of keeping PG.
Now a goal here for Jato would be massive this late in the game to try to pull one back here in the series to really seal it. A 1-goal lead. You're gonna be nervous, for these last 45 seconds, and rightfully so.
Yeah, your lead is built out of nothing right now.
Proto gets another demo. I mean, that's another way to stop the attack. Demo your opponents, slows them down. They have to reset.
And even if you come back with 30 boosts, if
Oh, that's
there's
a
no boost in
misplay.
front of you, you don't have enough for the breakaway, right? You have enough to clear it, but it's hard to actually score from that demo. Jay, full corner carry. No, not full corner carry, but does kind of hit the back wall at an awkward angle.
Slows the ball down and wastes
Exactly.
time. That's a shot, Jay! Oh my goodness.
Oh, but that was a clean corner. You don't want a clean corner like that because it sets up this goal.
Well, we have
thankfully
game
for
four.
thankfully for Jato, there's no goal. It is always terrifying to clear a ball in a simple way like that, right? Just ball hits corner, goes in front of box. The last way you really want to clear it is back into the same corner to the striker who sent it there in the first place,
100%.
right? Jato survives that interaction, gets on the board, and we're going to game 4 here. And oh man, keeping it PG. You're starting to go look back on the script on the last chapter,
right? And like you're starting to hear those voices in the head again of like, hey, it's starting to happen. You got to find a way to stop the bleed. You got to find a way to stop that early proto attack because
a backwards roll one. Okay. Wait, no, they're still going.
Oh, Jay, my gosh. Okay.
Oh, proto was like, no,
that was a little terrifying.
Reverse rule 1. I don't even know how that gets started, but they found themselves in it with Proto. I think it was Proto going in reverse. I'm always glad to see one of those standoffs at least once in Beltway boost. Wall, but good stop by Jay. Over Gad's head, too. That was his corner booster. Oh, Jay with the demo. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so Pigeon is there to get the ball, but that was a pretty heads-up play by Jay. Just, what does that do? Full air carry. Pigeon there on the defense. Once again, another air carry from Pigeon. Proto there to meet it outside the goal. Proto giving himself the boost and putting himself in position for an easy goal after a whiff from Gad.
What did Proto do for you?
Yeah, I don't think that between I wish I could play the ball in the pass exchange, but it was really hand-delivered over to Proto to get the first goal of the game.
That was good. On Proto just in time.
Time, right place. No boost, just had to rely on positioning.
Pigeon flying into a defensive wall, can't find the shot, but he will on the follow-up. Gets it in. We're all even at 1 apiece, under 3 to go.
Knew exactly where he went to there. Found the right ledge.
Found his favorite bird team. It's good to go. Like the deadlock here. Little stalemates here coming around on both sides. Pigeon into the corner. Oh! Happen. It's Gad taking the lead for keeping it BG.
Really had to brute force that situation, and Proto probably overextended a bit by pulling it out there. Had to run back for the ball. Yeah, I mean, error from Jato, I would say. Friendly reminder, this is a double elimination bracket. That W next to Jato stands for winner's side, winner's bracket. Jato has the right to lose a game, lose a set here. PG needs to win not only this best of 3, but the following true final best of 3. And it looks like Keeping It PG is really determined to get to that first to 2 bracket reset.
Two-goal lead, 2:11 to go here in game 4. 3 unanswered goals here for Keeping It PG. No answer from Jato as of yet. Make it 4 unanswers. Pigeon strikes again.
You know what I sense here? Some free Rocket League. That's shenanigans. Keeping It PG not wanting this reverse sweep. They are changing the script, rewriting the story. Not completely over for Jato, but they need to figure out something in the next few seconds to have enough time. Carry dribbles all the way across with Demo.
Back in too.
Proto. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see downfield here.
See, he kept the basic
right out of the way.
Yep. Sometimes you just go back to the basics and it works.
Friends at the Capitals played tonight. We gotta have an enforcer every once in a while. Right now, game demos.
Is that Tom Wilson on the field there? I know Obi's a big Rocket League fan. That's a fact, actually.
Ooh. Not Snow Day, I hope.
Is anyone a fan of Snow Day? Let's be real here. What was that one mode a couple of years ago? Like Drop Shot or something?
It's still a thing.
Is it still a thing?
Yeah, it's on playlist. I mean, I love the idea of Drop Shot. I don't really love playing it, but I love the idea of Rocket League volleyball.
Right.
Oh, there you go. When's our?
Oh, Gad said absolutely not.
Wonder how our competitors feel about hoops.
You know, I actually enjoy playing hoops.
There we go.
Yeah, I might be the only one.
I like the sound of the court in hoops. They got the sound design. They nailed it.
I like taking a shot, yelling Kobe, and have it like completely miss and like, go under the rim.
Hits the back wall, scores on your own goal.
Great. Kobe. Keeping It PG's got 13 seconds to withstand any attack here from Jato.
3-car pileup here at the Beltway.
And those fun words everyone loves to hear. We have ourselves, there's the ball touches the ground, I will hold my tongue, a bracket reset. We're going to a best of 3 to crown a champion here this evening at District E at the second Beltway boost.
Bit of a sudden death coming up. Every team is just going to get right back into the game. This is a bracket reset. You're going to see that W disappear off of Jato in a bit. And they're going to get right back into it.
It's going to be a sad moment when the W disappears.
Any second now. I don't want to put pressure on our producer.
Put the pressure on him.
Tex! Remove the W.
This is your W loss warning.
Pull the lever.
You put an L.
Well, it's technically true.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Technically right. All right.
But,
2 more games for both teams. I mean, we had in that series both teams get a win. There's no sweeps happening here.
Nope.
Jato coming from the winner's side, Keeping It PG, fighting in our grand finals reset. And here we go. First to 2. Playing in a bit of a sudden death format here. Next time they'll tell me it'll be first to 1. That'd be awfully terrifying. I mean, if you look at the series so far between these 2 teams, you know who got 2 wins first in both games? PG.
True. The only difference is the first time that's holding. Those first two. They were able to,
Yeah, but
I would say
in a shorter series, they met the mark.
they exercised their demons. I'm going to go ahead and say that they exercised their demons there. They found themselves in a similar position. They ended up losing game 3. They probably had some of those doubts trickle back into their head, but they were able to pull it together and they put in a solid game 4 performance to seal the reset. Now here they are, just 2 wins away from taking home the grand prize.
Air clear by Pigeon. It's going to go into the hands of Proto. Gad there to answer. I know these guys are pros, and I expect them to block every single shot. But when I see that slow high lob false carefully into the goal, every once in a while I'm like, well, if it just went in net, just like Gad did right there. On our back wall shot, aim for it, you spike it down, don't give the opponent a chance to answer. Keeping PG on the board. And I want to say the matches that JTO have won have they've usually started with like explosive starts with Proto. Just some early quick 2 goals. I wonder what doesn't get those 2 goals early. Like, does JTO have the ability to play the long game? We'll see. So he can boost on rotation. Has to fight Gad here. Does get cleared. Yep. Pigeon's gonna pass it. No, Pigeon's gonna get intercepted by Jay. That's going to ruin a few plans. Gad manages to stop it. Jay does not have boost for the follow. Proto, the only one boost, gets the full clear. Pigeon taking side boost. Air dribble. Proto's under. Dangerous situation.
Jay is there to bail him out.
Pigeon intercepts in the air. Gad with the wall carry. Jay's going to have to go meet him back at the goal, except not because he didn't have the boost. So Pigeon kind of trades in for him.
Under a $1.40 to go here in game 1 of this best of 3 reset. Keeping it PG. Jumping out to that 1-0 lead.
A 1-0 lead is enough to get the win.
Absolutely. You just have to hold on for another $1.25 here.
And this first win is just so important. The first win puts you on tournament point. Pigeon ground intercept. It's going to go to Jay. Not able to get in front of the ball, but it's going to corner carry, so he needs to figure out what to do. He landed on the boost, so keeping PG's half fuel right now. And that might be enough. What a good bounce center. Chateau does manage to get out. Proto behind. We're going to take it all the way back, get some boost, and start carrying it all the way back from our goal. Pigeon there to meet. And Gad misses it. Okay, Gad does recover, gets a bump from behind. Immediate recovery. That was awesome by Gad. Pigeon's going to pass it down to Gad. A little off into Proto's hands. It doesn't really matter. They are in the lead. They just need to keep the ball on that side of the pitch. Not every ball has to be perfect. Gad with the no boost chase up the corner, but falls into Jay's hands. What's the play? Proto needs to be there to find a goal. Gets the tap. Gad on the corner.
The clearance.
Proto has no boost to chase the ball.
The ground. There you go. Keeping it PG is one win away from exacting revenge
Yeah,
on Jato. This is huge.
that
It's
will be
tournament point now.
sweet, sweet revenge if they manage to get this one after that intense winners final set. Jato, defending champions, reputation, pretty hefty prize pool on the line as well. That's a big motivator.
What is the prize pool?
A lot
Money?
money.
Monies?
If you want money, come out to
American dollars?
any of our events here at District D. Follow us on socials.
You get that money.
Come get that money. Be like Proto. Be like
Pigeon?
Jay, Gad, and Pigeon.
Play games, win money. Who doesn't like that? Instead of play games, spend money.
That's true.
Right?
All of the brackets here at District D are free to enter. Jato really needs to just get the first goal of this series. They need to get over this mental block, this 2-0 leading mental block in this series. That's a bad stall. That's not going to help them. Here comes Gad on the bomb for the spike and keeping a PG up 1 in this tournament point match. Great goal management by keeping it PG.
So the good news is both teams technically will go home with money tonight.
Yes.
$350 to whoever wins this best of 3. $150 going to the runner up. I mean, look,
not a bad way to spend a Thursday.
Not a bad way to spend a Thursday. And last time I checked, those are a lot of chicken nuggets. That's all I'm trying to say.
A lot of ice cream sandwiches at District Bites,
ice cream sandwiches. The problem is the kitchen is closed this late at night.
For next time. Next time.
I will have to get my ice cream sandwich next time.
Oh, demo into a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Gad scores 2, and keeping it PG are ready to end Beltway Boost 2. Obviously not over yet, but that is such a commanding early 2 goals. Yes, Gad, indeed. You know, a lot of the focus is on Pigeon, but Gad has really shined bright this tournament, especially in this grand finals.
Gad again with the Hattie.
Hattie for Gad. And if I'm Jato, this needs to get figured out immediately. You do not have a best of 5 to figure this out. It is tournament point for keeping it PG. Fake demo play. It's going to be a pass into the box. Got no boost, but has enough speed to corner carry the ball. Into Pigeon. He's going to run up this wall and start his air dribble. Oh, no. Jay's there to meet him. Guy gets the rebound. Proto in front. Doesn't land on Jay. Proto has to fight Pigeon.
Oh!
Tried to fake down. Pigeon correct read to just snipe the ball out.
Demo in the corner.
Top down demo too. 1v2. Proto's alone.
Proto will survive.
Yeah, no lethal follow-up there. But you know, it's PG's in the lead. They don't necessarily need to follow up every ball here. Just need to play solid offense. Translate that into defense when they need it. But the best way to not get scored on is to keep the ball on the blue side of the pitch here. Jato is running out of time to salvage this game 2 of the grand finals reset. And every second that ticks, keeping it PG is getting closer to being your Beltway Boost number 2 champions. Every chance they get a good goal, just like that one. Pigeon is just there to meet it. Bit of a traffic jam in front of the goal there, but Proto wasn't able to capitalize on it. Jay with a good center ball there, but Gad there to side clear it. And keeping it PG is just everywhere they need to be on the pitch. Soft dribble up. It's going to go into Pigeon's hands, but that's a double commit. Proto had a chance to get a corner trade there. Jay electing to back up, get the boost. Unfortunately, Proto and Jay can't both get the boost. Proto a little bit too far ahead. Gad steals the ball. Gad versus Jay, but Proto does make it in, squeezes in there. And just the rotations have been immaculate from keeping it PG. Always a defender. No one ever out of position. 45 seconds left. And it's looking increasingly clear here, John, that keeping it PG may be our Beltway boost to champions.
10 seconds to goal. It's currently where we're at. But you are correct, keeping it PG. What a tournament they've had to get to this point, forcing the reset after being reverse swept. 4 games forces the reset, and then they're going to win it in 2 straight games.
What a battle between these two teams. Just the sheer amount of like mental stamina and physical skill to like map this out, to play this. Gad with the 4-goal final game is going to punch in that final goal. 0 seconds left on the clock. And right there on your screen, the winner, keeping it PG, winning Beltway boost number 2, John.
What an incredible tournament. Keeping it PG, again, you can't say enough about these guys. Fought through the adversity, the mental hurdles of a reverse sweep, being knocked down to the lower bracket where one loss would eliminate you from the tournament, and you fight your way all the way back to grand finals. You force a bracket reset against the team that reverse swept you. That gives you that confidence, and they took that confidence and they steamrolled it into that final best of 3, and they're going home with $350, all for showing up to play Rocket League tonight.
Well, for showing up to play Rocket League and being one of the best teams in the DC, Maryland, Virginia metro.
Oh, absolutely. And I believe it was T-Han from George Mason who even called that this was the team, in his opinion, that was going to win.
Was one of his favorites, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shout outs to all of our competitors today. Amazing sets throughout, across just the entire bracket. This was a very high level skilled Rocket League tournament. I'm kind of in awe.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, last month's Rocket League tournament was absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
This month's tournament was even better. The best part is we have even more coming up next month, the month after, and the month after. So if you like what you saw here today, do me a favor, pull up another browser, go up to your social media, find District EDC on all social media platforms. Give us a follow there. Check out not just Rocket League, but there's other tournaments that take place here as well. If you're in the DMV area, come on down to the Chinatown area, to Capital One Arena. Come hang out at Gallery Place and District E. Check out all the fighting game tournaments that they have as well. 2 NBA 2K tournaments also. It is a blast, but make sure you follow on social media so you're up to date with all of the calendar events coming up here as well. But Gavin, I think that's going to do it for us.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and set you guys free. Thank you to everyone in the venue and in Twitch chat who have been supporting your favorite players. Congrats one final time to Pigeon and Gad, keeping it PG for winning Beltway boost number 2. I'm Gavin, joined by John. It's been a pleasure having you guys. We'll see you guys for next Beltway boost.